Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages. And if we didn't need one more reason to hate the state of West Virginia, now we've got just one more.
Okay, so we all have our reasons for hating West Virginia, but what is the new reason, Dion?
They voted against the 12-team playoff college football, assholes.
Those bastards.
Those sons of
spent a lot of family time in West Virginia. I'm okay that family's all dead now, so I never have to go back to that state.
There you go. It's what they've done to us.
Wow. That man surprised in the background is not Owen Wilson, but the last standing Samoan Big Rig, Nicky Dam.
Yeah, glad to be back this week finally.
Oh, we're glad to have you back. You were
I changed his picture. Son of a bitch.
Wrong! I have no idea what you're talking about, Kendo. No idea at all.
None?
None.
And finally, American Ramrod Bruce Sexico, Kendo Slice.
Yeah, I was going to say, no matter how bad you feel, at least you aren't showing up on the podcast with a glamour shot from Olin Mills like Nick did. But then he went and he pansied out and he went and changed it. So, folks, if you would have been here a few minutes ago before the garbage truck interrupted things that kept us from going alive, you would have got to see Nick in his little glamour shot photo eating his avocado cookies. He's all LI now.
I think Kendo was just a little jealous because of how sexy it was, Nick. Don't take it personally, bro.
I think Kendo's jealous of me having a fucking vacation. That's what it is.
No, I'm pretty happy. I mean, I was happy with my vacation. My vacation lasted a whole 12 days. It was great. And now I'm amongst the real Indians, not the fake ones like Nick.
Oh, shit. Hey, don't blame me for Christopher Columbus's bullshit, all right? He's the one who fucked up, right?
Listen, he was Italian. It's excusable.
Because he's Italian?
Yeah.
I don't see how that's relevant.
Hey, there's been a lot of people in high-ranking offices these days that have pulled it's okay, I'm an Italian excuse, so I'm just passing it forward.
Hey, man.
It's more singular than plural.
Well, I mean, there was one that said she was black, and one, one that thinks she's also Native American as well. So,
Well, that actually is a fair point. Although the one that said she was black wasn't a public office holder; she was just some crazy lady in Washington or Oregon.
Yeah,
Are we talking about the difference?
Yeah, we're back on that again.
Well, we come full circle. So, folks, we're going to have a very fun show tonight. We're packed with a lot of topics. I got that new microphone I promised. So, do I sound better, boys?
Yeah, you do.
No,
you do.
Thanks. So, we got that on the way. And first, Patreon. Guys, this week we recorded our Sunday Hangover. We're going to have another one of those. Kendo, you and I are going to do some Beavis and Butthead related content coming up. Any memories of Beavis and Butthead you'd like to share with the audience as a quick taste of what's coming to Patreon?
Oh, God, so many to even begin to describe. Just it came on at like 6 o'clock in the evening. So my dad would get home from work at like 5:30. So that he showed up and it was like, Beavis and Butthead's going to be on in like a half an hour. And then watching it with him and getting the visual gags, but not actually getting most of the, the jokes that went way over my 10-year-old head and wondering what he thinks is so damn funny about what they just said. And yeah, dude, just that. And then watching episodes that never made it on TV again because some dickhead kid fucking burned down his trailer.
So, folks, if you like Beavis and Butthead, make sure you join us over on our Patreon page. We'll have that. Well, I guess we could talk about King of the Hill another day. We should just do a Mike Judge retrospective, Kendo.
I'm all in.
By the way, folks, we want to thank everyone who joined us from the Robot Shlomo raid. Rob's a great dude, friend of the channel. And if you aren't a subscriber, make sure you check him out. Rob and I talked about Spider-Man this week, and we'll be talking about Spider-Man this week. There's a new trailer. It might be the most viewed trailer of all time in just a day or two. It's kind of a big deal. And I may or may not like Spider-Man. So, yeah, let's... Cesario Japan, god damn it. All right. I wanted to read these in order, but there we go. Cesario Japan says, we're going to get an Office Space montage with the mics.
We could do that.
I wouldn't mind going to like a Goodwill, buying up a bunch of old consumer electronics and going to a park and just filming some stuff. You guys want to do that one day? Just destroy it?
Yeah, we could do that, yeah.
I almost did that to the printer at work yesterday or the day before.
Control P, Kendo. That's how you get it to print, buddy.
No, not that. Not a desk printer, but the actual copy machine. Like after about like 100 pages, it just kept jamming on every one. I'm like, you motherfucker, you're about to get the Office Space treatment.
Ooh, it looks like we got another raid from Justin Proper. So, folks, if you haven't heard of Proper Justin or Justin Proper, he's a friend of our channel as well. Subscribe to him as well. So it's nice that we're getting all these raids tonight, folks. We got people in the chat talking about the new microphone. I guess Buffalo Jeff's going to make some appearances, Dion. So be prepared for that, buddy.
Ooh, poor Dion.
Oh
yeah. He can't wait.
Ew.
So, now I can't wait to talk about all sorts of stuff tonight. You guys want to start with? I guess the universe has been realigned and things are better because last week the sky was falling. We were worried about OnlyFans getting rid of the only reason they exist, porn. I guess they've come to their senses because OnlyFans drops planned porn ban will continue to allow sexually explicit content.
Well, that's a smart maneuver on their part.
They saw that bank account start getting a little thin, and they're like, "Wait, hold on, we fucked up."
Yeah. It'd be like if Anheuser-Busch came out and said, "We're going to stop selling Bud Light." It's like, that's probably not a good move. Not that Bud Light's a good beer by any stretch of the imagination, but it's extremely popular.
Yeah, this was funny because all the thoughts I follow on Instagram were fucking shitting their panties.
We're like, oh no, we have to get real jobs.
Yeah, they're like, how do you fill out an application? Does anybody know? But they were doing polls on like where else they should go to. Some of them said Patreon, some of them said some other platforms and things like that. But then, but even now, some of them are still saying they're still going to move because of how OnlyFans has been, especially the last couple of months, where they've said, yeah, we're gonna do it. No, we're not. Yeah, we're gonna do it. No, we're not. So,
did anybody ever suggest to him the employment office?
No.
It's like, yeah, you should try to get a real job, so that way when this happens again,
when you can sell feet pics for $500, do you want to go to the unemployment line?
No, of course not. But at the same time, I don't know if I could ever sell my feet for $500 a photo.
Folks, subscribe to Bruce Exico's OnlyFans.
I don't have an OnlyFans.
Hold on. Give me 2 minutes.
You will soon.
I mean, if you really want me to set one up to sell feet pictures that won't sell, by the way, I mean, I'll do it just as a social experiment and how not everything works just because you put it on OnlyFans.
So when some lonely dude in Kazakhstan starts buying your fucking pictures, I don't want to hear any complaints.
Hey.
I come rolling up to the next time we hang out and it fucking rolls, and you're like, what the hell? Be like, dude, I don't know.
He may be lonely,
I'm
but
like,
damn it, he's in Kazakhstan. He knows what he wants.
Some of
we
these
shouldn't have
Becky
knocked the
guys is
hustle.
like fucking paying me for all this shit. I don't know what's going on. And then 10 months later, I disappear.
So I guess the cosmic scales have been balanced. So if your favorite OnlyFans star was in danger of losing her job or his job, there you go, folks. They're gonna be okay. Now we can all rest well.
I just love how like how fucking porn just dominates the market and kind of like lets technology pushes technology forward, because like as soon as like they said no more sex, like 8 more fucking sites popped up where they could do this. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, who didn't see that coming?
Yeah, it's like
you got a hot product that people will pay for. Yeah, sure, you could sell it over here for a cut.
You've been able to do that for a millennium. If you think about it.
The oldest profession for sure.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, the reason we have VHS tapes is because of porn. The reason we have Blu-ray is because of porn, ladies and gentlemen. That's why those things exist. So
that is true.
Yeah,
correct.
I love that scene in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to me? I'm just talking to anyone that's listening.
Yep.
Tropic Thunder, best comedy, one of the best comedies of the new millennium. I'll go with yes.
100%.
Yes.
There can never be a part 2. It can never be made again. Never.
No.
It's a modern classic. It's perfect the way it is.
Yeah, I remember. I think either it was like I think it was on the podcast we did one time, or maybe no, it was before that for sure. But like some friends showed me the picture of when the movie's gonna come out, and I looked at it and they said, "Oh, one of these guys is Robert Downey Jr." I'm like, which one? I don't see him in the picture, and they're like, that one. I was like, you're kidding me.
I love that. Dude, the best. Okay, everyone says, "Oh, this is a great meme." That's a great meme. I think I'll go on record, and the best meme ever is who would play James Rhodes if they rebooted Iron Man and it's Robert Downey Jr. as Kirk Lazarus and it's
Yes.
Yes.
Can we get Kirk Lazarus? Oh no, that might be too much. That might be too much.
What?
Can we get Kirk Lazarus as Black Panther?
I'm not saying no.
I'd watch it. Dude's won 5 Academy Awards.
I would have no problem subscribing to that one or buying tickets to it.
I got a great idea, Marvel.
Oh my god!
Here you go. What if War Machine and Iron Man were played by the same actor? God damn, that'd be a great movie.
I wonder if somebody can deep fake that. If somebody could deep fake,
that'd be good.
Kirk Lazarus in fucking Iron Man 2 and 3. Can we do this?
Dude, it's possible with the technology and all the free time people have these days. It could totally happen.
Because even if there's a 30-second clip of it, I would laugh my ass off. I would just be so. It'd be so great. It'd be wonderful.
Now, speaking of technology, have you ever heard of the Corridor Crew? They're a big channel here on YouTube. They redo special effects of old movies.
Yeah. I've seen them. Yeah.
They did one this week for Star Wars, the Trench Run. I normally think those guys improve everything they touch, and it's kind of a fun experiment. But when it comes to Star Wars, everyone that tries to improve on it or do their own version or a deepfake always misses the magic. It's like the people that make the sequels. They just don't get it. And so I was just wondering if folks had seen that video this week because it got a couple million views, and I wanted to know if people had seen it. Dion, I think you'd like it the most because you and I are Star Wars nerds for the production of the film, and it goes into how the special effects were done. So it's a nice mini history lesson. But, you try to build these people up, say, oh, the product looked great. It looked better, 45 years ago. So...
Yeah, I saw the video. I have yet to watch it. But yeah, man, it looks like it would be very similar to when they, the one channel that redid the fight between Obi-Wan and Vader, where it's like, yeah, I mean, in a bubble, it's cool. I'll check it out. But yeah, I'm not gonna, go as far as saying that it's better than what they did in the actual film.
So we can stop talking about the Marvel what if that'll never be. You guys want to hear? It's a little old news.
I saw pictures of that what if with Haley Atwell as Captain British or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, where does the outfit looks funny? Where are tits? Where are boobs at?
That was the whole thing on Twitter. How they they drew a dude and then just put her head on there.
Yeah, I was like, so we don't see UK's ass. Just nothing.
Yeah.
Just, okay. All right. Just flatness. Gotcha.
Well, yeah, it was great because Anna brought up a good. She was bringing up the art from the other what ifs, like if it was Peggy or so and so, they had the super soldier syndrome. Jesus, serum. The syndrome of super soldiers, and how they actually drew it like a woman, and comparing it. I was just like, yo. That's a fucking mic drop, because and then obviously the other art was released where it was a dude and they literally just put her head on it. So that was a very interesting shithouse to see Twitter trying and justify why they just drew a dude. And they did the same thing they did for Taskmaster in fucking Black Widow, where it's like, yeah, we want the head to be a woman, but we're gonna pretend that their bodies don't exist.
So I know I'm the only one here on this panel that's read the book, but I'm not the only person on the planet. There's a book called How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. They basically, what if is the antithesis of how Marvel in general had created an art style, basically visual shorthand to show men and women and this and that in action. As technology gets better, we make people look less and less realistic because we're trying to fix the problems of reality, like boobs. I guess boobs are illegal in, SJW land. That's why all the characters, they remove them or they make them weird looking. It's the reason I'm bringing this up now is you took a real life beautiful woman, Haley Atwell, and you tried to downgrade her for this show. It's like, whatever, but why do they keep doing that? It's stupid. The whole thing, I think, is people are insecure, but we're watching superheroes. I'm not insecure that Superman can lift a planet. Just saying.
I
don't know if that's really a problem with reality, and if it is, that's a reality I don't want to live in because boobs are great.
Boobs are awesome. If you hate boobs, you're an American. I'm saying it right now.
That's right.
Tommy. Would you guys like to hear about a pair of boobs I would never, ever, ever, ever want to come in contact with?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Amber Heard.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's because it might try to cut your finger off.
True.
I mean,
Now, I just wanted you guys to see this. This is an old piece of news, but Amber Heard's new movie Flops only has earned $36,000.
Which movie was this? I
Good.
didn't even hear about it.
I don't know. Let's see where it is. London
was it,
Fields.
was it her sex tape? Because nobody fucking cared.
That would have made more than 36 grand.
I
Yeah, I
don't
would
know.
watch that.
I would watch to see if there's a knife anywhere in it.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
say what you will, but I would risk the finger getting cut off just to see what would happen.
Jeez.
For you, it wouldn't be a finger, bro.
Well,
Listen, Kendo. I don't know how kinky you are, but I'm not into getting stabbed while I'm trying to have sex over here.
Hey, as a humans, we have gone to war over less, so I would.
That's fucking true.
Wait, are
It's
you
also
telling me
very
you don't look up to Army Hammer and his way of life?
No, I'm not.
Give me your
I'm not a
arm,
big.
babe.
I mean, I don't know what baking soda has to do with this, but it's whatever.
Baking soda and naked mannequins.
Oh, Dion, I'm gonna eat that toe.
Okay. That's enough.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. That's good. Okay. All right.
I like
Sorry.
Army Hammer even less now.
You're gonna love me.
Ooh.
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna make you.
No, God.
Wow. I
You
leave.
know
I
what you
leave.
do?
I leave
I
the
got it,
podcast for
guys.
a week, and y'all go nuts.
For Schlocktoberfest, we should do a Joe Bob Briggs style thing where we pick like an old copyright-free movie and then we record Buffalo Jeff bumpers.
There you go.
Dion.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
Jeez.
I don't like it.
Did I tell you people ask me to say shit in the Buffalo Jeff voice in person?
Everyone's got a
Just
kink.
to
I guess.
yourself.
Listen, man. You guys are charging for that shit. You can't just do it for free out here in these streets. Okay. You
That's
can't
fine.
be doing it for free.
Look it. You know what it's like. You are the king of porn and all this other underworld seedy stuff. So I'm going to listen to you.
Listen,
ain't
man.
easy.
Listen, I know some shit. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, I know you do. I know you do.
Joseph, that's right. That's my theme song.
No.
Let's move on because we have a lot of stuff to cover tonight.
Oh, God.
Now, Kendo, you're probably the perfect guy to ask this question to first.
Oh boy.
No, not a weird one. Thoughts on Nirvana?
They were okay at the time. Had Kurt not played the shotgun, it would not been they would not have been as big as they were. But the one saving thing, the one silver lining that came out of that was we got the Foo Fighters, and I find them supremely better.
I prefer them to Nirvana as well.
And this is coming from somebody that had every Nirvana album for a long time and thought that he liked them. And I do like some Nirvana, but I also am aware enough to know that they are highly overrated based on how the lead singer went down.
Nick, do you have any opinions on Nirvana?
His girlfriend killed him. That's
I agree with that
mean-
one.
I mean,
You're probably not wrong.
Soaked in Bleach is a great fucking documentary.
Hey, I didn't know you had an OnlyFans, Dion, because your admin is here spreading the truth. So next time you want to go into business for yourself, cool, just let us know. We'll cross promote.
Yeah, dude, I'm right here, man. I could have, I could have helped you out, man.
we had a reveal plan, and I wanted him to work with the team. He's going into business for himself on this one.
Now, speaking of going into business,
I feel betrayed because you didn't call me up to help you out, man. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. Dion playing them away games all by himself.
our other friends call up Nick when they need to make porn.
Yeah, man.
Yes, they do.
It's you know,
People are
it's
like,
just
what the
we
fuck
do.
are you talking about? Oh, hold on.
I don't know. My trip to California might get revealed.
It's already been
Now, hold
revealed
on,
from
guys.
that
We just-
stunning glamour shot you posted earlier.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about, Kenda. Don't know what you're talking about.
What show are you going on?
Maury.
We got
You are the father.
You are?
Congratulations, Nick.
Nah, man, they mine. They don't look like me one bit.
Hmm. So the Nirvana kid, Nirvana's most famous album is clearly Nevermind. Everybody knows the image. Everybody knows the hit. Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are. They're all great. They're all iconic. But they're in the news again. So no, there's no Nirvana greatest hits. They didn't find out that Courtney Love did it. There's no, reunion tour for obvious reasons. But yeah, this is the Nirvana baby, all grown up, looks just like a dude. Who gives a shit? But now he's in the news because he is suing because of pornographic reasons. So Spencer Eldon, the man whose unusual baby portrait was used for the most recognizable album cover of all time, one of Nirvana's Nevermind, filed a lawsuit Tuesday alleging that the nude image constituted as pornography. The album cover depicts Eldon underwater swimming in a pool. With his genitalia exposed, the image has generally been understood as a statement on capitalism, as includes the digital imposition of a dollar bill on a fishhook that appears to be, the baby appears to be enthusiastically swimming towards. So this album, everybody knows it. It's just part of popular culture. I read that the kid's parents were paid $200, and now I guess he wants more. This whole thing reeks of like, I'm just not getting enough money or attention, so now I'm, because every year he goes out and reenacts it, and a couple years ago got re-interviewed for it, so it clearly didn't ruin his life. It's just kind of a weird thing where he's looking for money.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, like I said, I can't imagine being made famous for something that happened to you when you were barely able to not shit your pants. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what that feels like. But again, like you said, like, I even for me not being a Nirvana fan, I was at least aware of the fact that the kid that was in the video was, still doing interviews and being talked about. And I mean, even unless someone tells you or he says something or he's interviewed, no one recognizes him. Obviously, it's not like everyone's like, "Damn, my brain can fit in what this baby's going to look like in 20 years." But yeah, it just doesn't. The optics of him suing isn't very good, and I just again, I'm not 100% saying that he's doing it for the reasons you say, but it doesn't look good. The fact that he's got interviewed by Time and Rolling Stone and all these places. Don't you step on that. But yeah, it doesn't look good. It definitely doesn't look good.
No, definitely not. My question would be, did you have a problem with it when you were 5, when you were 10, 15, 20, all the way up until now? You've never had a problem with it before, and you never had a problem with it when you were doing those every 5-year anniversary recreation photos. Why do you have a problem with it now? Oh, you're probably broke.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. No, you didn't have a problem with it until now. You willingly participated in re-glorifying this every 5 years or whatever it was. But now it's an issue on the 30th anniversary when it's getting a lot of, publicity. Gotcha. Yeah, yes. You have no ulterior motive whatsoever, do you, sir?
Yeah, and after the year we've all had, it's just kind of like, oh, this is convenient. But he looks like a guy who needs money, so.
So, folks, if you'd like to send the Nirvana kid $1, send it to WCPS Show 14320 Ventura.
We will make sure he does.
Yeah, that is our actual address on the screen, folks. So if you want to send us anything to the PO box, now that we have this office in production, we'll be able to do more stuff like that. So let's move on from Nirvana because, that's not really that topical. I just think this is reeks of a guy chasing money, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good.
So, Dion, I know you've gotten drunk many a times and screamed that life is like living in a fucking anime.
I mean, that's one of the things he screams.
I was there. I saw it. I saw it all. We were under fire from, in the helicopter and everything. I was there.
Thank you, Brian. Now, none of us would be the world's biggest anime fans, but there's anime that we all like. And one of the more popular ones that I enjoy is Cowboy Bebop. Any Cowboy Bebop fans on the panel, or at least has anyone here seen Cowboy Bebop?
I've watched it with you, but yeah, I can't say that I'm a big fan of it.
I've heard the name before, and that's about it.
I did not know that Bebop had left, that universe to become a cowboy, but I support him.
So, Cowboy Bebop is iconic. It's legendary. It's considered perfect by some. I own the Blu-ray. I'm a fan. There's a live-action show coming out with John Milf Cho, and yes, the reason I called him Milf is because he is the person that coined the phrase MILF on
He is
screen.
MILF guy.
Yeah. So here he is playing Spike Spiegel.
Oh,
this
God.
is a live-action adaptation. What do you guys think? The 1-to-1.
It looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
It does. It looks good. Yeah, but once again, like I'm not interested. I'm just
Same.
not.
Nick, I'm glad you said it so bluntly. This is an art form that doesn't belong in another medium. What makes Cowboy Bebop
No.
unique is its story, but it's also great because of the medium that it exists in. A live-action version of Cowboy Bebop is lesser no matter what, no matter how Asian you got the guy, how accurate it is, this, that, and the other. I don't care. I'm sorry, John. I think you're an okay actor, but this is a project that doesn't need to be at all. Can you tell me a good live-action anime adaptation?
Dragon Ball Z, the X-rated version.
Yeah. I know. The one that came out last year that had that guy in it. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally.
You mean the guy that was...
Yeah, that's the
The
one.
only-
That's the one.
The only thing I will say is, not only do I disagree with that, I think that there is a certain magic to seeing whatever form of animation it is, seeing it on the big screen, seeing it live action. There's definitely a magic to it. The biggest reason why I wouldn't make the argument that it shouldn't be live action is that I think there was a very serious time where people would say the same thing about comic book movies. And again, I can't say that I 100% empathize with anime fans on this one. But I remember when we had some shitty comic book films, and the narrative for a little bit there was that it shouldn't be live action. So I understand the desire to see the thing you love to watch animated live. I didn't. There are more examples of bad live action anime reboots than there are good ones. I'm definitely in the group that thinks that Attack on Titan live action wasn't fucking great. But again, I can at least understand how, there's a certain reaction you get to seeing it played by real people and it's, quote unquote, in the real world. So while I understand it, I wouldn't make the case that anime shouldn't be live action.
Well said, dude. I have nothing to add.
What are
Anybody
we on a
else?
show here where we have opposing viewpoints and shit? What is
I'm
this?
just like, goddamn, that was well thought out and prolific. So I'm just gonna
I'm world
stop.
class, baby. There's a reason you got me on the show, baby.
Yeah, I
because he knows you.
always feel like whenever they do an anime, like a live action anime, it always comes out like cyberpunk, like all the time. That's how I feel about it. It always looks
Because-
it always has that look to it for some reason.
Because it's all they know how to look. It's interesting if you look at how the world adapts Western entertainment. Blade Runner's visual language was developed in 1982, which in a way is many years coming from heavy metal, and it's just a natural evolution. But you're right. A lot of that is just stuck in that window. It's like cyberpunk noir, which is an awesome concept. Maybe that's why everyone's excited for this one, because Cowboy Bebop's the best of that kind of shit. But I don't know, man. I'll keep an open mind. It's not like I'm gonna cancel Netflix anytime soon, so maybe I'll give this one a shot. I'm tired of Peaky Blinders, so
Yeah, I don't blame you for that, but I think it's just interesting too, because anime has this weird, I don't know if it's, because obviously the subject matter is just so always over the top that trying to put that into live action just doesn't translate all the time, and even if you take Akira out of the situation or out of the equation, just so many things that are based on anime, and when you make them live action, it's just like you said, it's just in this weird frame that your brain trying to process it in real life, and it just doesn't fit. It's like being in a weird version of the Matrix. So I get why it doesn't work, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Bebop.
Quick question: is Scott Pilgrim considered like an anime adaptation?
it's a comic book,
It was
right?
a graphic novel. Yeah. It was a
Okay,
graphic
okay.
novel.
I didn't know if it was or not. Sorry. Yeah. I
That is
don't know.
the best Michael Cera movie.
I didn't know if it went to like manga and then went to film or what the deal was. So
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim versus the World was just Scott Pilgrim is a graphic novel series by the Canadian author Brian Lee O'Malley. It debuted in 2004 and it ended in 2010.
Okay, yeah, because it had that anime feel to it in the movie, so I didn't know if that was from a manga or from a cartoon. That's why.
I think. Okay, fine. There we go. Brian Lee O'Malley's half Korean, half French Canadian, so maybe some of those influences. I get it. Korea is not Japan, but stuff, bleeds over. We all grew up with anime and we're in America, so.
Listen, when I'm down here in Alabama, it's all China to me, son.
I'll kick your ass later.
You shouldn't say racially insensitive things, Dion.
Yeah, dude, that's not cool, man.
I was just pretending to be in Alabama, that's all.
All right. Well, cool.
They're
Never
culturally
met
sensitive
anybody
down
that
there,
would
right?
be, like,
Yeah,
willing
always.
to
Let me
claim to be
talk about the
Alabama.
South, Dion.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's talk about the South, Nick.
Yeah, dude, that could be a whole new segment.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Southern talk.
It will rise again.
Yeah, they keep doing the reenactments, but somehow they keep losing. I don't know how that works.
Well, this is actually historically accurate.
Oh, damn, Nick. How y'all going to reenact this shit every year and still lose?
Yeah, every year, I don't know. They've just come to accept it,
Well, let's take a moment while we try to figure that question out and check in with the audience.
You're never gonna regret this, Ray.
My parents left me that house. I was born there.
You're not gonna lose the house. Everybody has 3 mortgages nowadays.
But at 19%, you didn't even bargain with the guy.
Ray, for your information, the interest rate alone for the first 5 years comes to $95,000.
It's a lot of bread.
Somebody needs to negotiate better.
So, our first super chat comes from our friend Cesario Japan.
Buffalo Soldier, Dreadlock Rasta. There was a Buffalo Soldier.
I like that song.
I'm okay with Bob, but
And
the audience
movies
wants
are.
me to sing it. Excuse me, I wanted Buffalo Jeff to sing it. Audience gets what they want, Dion, sorry.
Yo.
Infinite Wanderer says, looked up the Borderlands movie and it's directed by Eli Roth. The plot is already a dead turnoff, but what are your thoughts on He Who Directs? Nick, you're a horror guy. What are your thoughts on Eli Roth?
I love Eli Roth as much as I love Robert Cummings.
Oh, that low?
The fact that Eli Roth is the Vince Russo of film and no one admits it just drives me crazy.
Here's the thing: Eli Roth had a haunted house in Vegas. Okay, and if you look at the social media of it at the time, I forget the name of it because it was here and gone, literally. And it was a good Vegas attraction. If you look at the social media, like all the stars came through, and he had like a bunch of celebrities on it. And at the end of it, you had like a horror bar thing kind of happening. There were people who had like their weddings planned in there and their parties planned in there. 3 months in, it went bankrupt.
Yeah, it's almost as if Eli throws a bunch of shit at the wall, and then whatever sticks, and then he sticks to that, and that's all he's got. It's weird. It's crazy concept.
Yeah, I know. He's got a few good movies here and there, but like he's only got a few good movies here and there.
Eli Roth is proof that a broken clock is right twice a day. That's all he is.
Eli Roth is proof of failing upwards in Hollywood.
Oh my God. Like, he has a couple really fun films, and then the rest, it's all just like how crazy can I make shit? Oh, and then I was in that one thing where I beat a Nazi to death with a bat. Like, that's all of it. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, hey, get the paper, do your thing. But damn, dude, he's so uneven. The dude is like, if the Star Trek movies were a person, that's Eli Roth. Bad, good. Good, bad, good.
Yeah, that's true. And like he pops up in the weirdest shit. And I know we were trying to do like horror history on like fucking Shudder, and I'm just like, go fuck yourself. First of all, Eli Roth, you're not old enough. You haven't done enough shit. Get the fuck off this goddamn platform.
Now, I've only seen a handful of his work, and the only thing I can think of liking is Cabin Fever. But I don't just like Cabin Fever; I fucking love it. So it's hard to take as strong of a stance. But I don't think I like any other of his other work. Like, he brought Hostel to America, right?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that movie.
Hostel sucks. then
first one-
the
the
Green
first one-
Inferno is like captivatingly fun, but even then it's like, you know, it's an Eli Roth movie. Like shit is just has to go crazy all the time, you know. Like, I love Cabin Fever too.
Yeah, at
Go
some
ahead.
point in Green Inferno, the people are like, you know, taken hostage by like the indigenous people, and one guy just starts jerking off in the corner of the thing. He just starts jerking off. He starts jerking off because his mentality is like, I'm never gonna feel this thing again. I want to do it right now. It's like, okay, so he starts jerking off.
And like someone always has to get raped in his movies. I'm like, God damn, dude.
Always.
It's like, what is your thing with that?
The only Eli Roth movie I like is Cabin Fever. I'm looking at everything he's directed. I don't like this shit. Sorry. I fucking love Cabin Fever, though. 10 out of 10. We'll buy.
Yeah. The only thing that pisses me off about that is then he sold the rights to another studio and they just remade it and it fucking sucked.
They did. Well, let's see. He did that kind of.
I like Death Wish. Because that's Eli Roth, right? I love Death Wish.
Yeah, Death Wish. He did not direct it, but he wrote and he executive produced it. Let's see. Apparently he's part of Borderlands. He's writing and directing. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that movie's going to suck.
Oh yeah, but okay. Here's the thing that really pisses me off about Eli Roth. He had the perfect movie that he never fucking made. He made the Grindhouse trailer for Thanksgiving. If anybody remembers the Grindhouse trailer for Thanksgiving, it's like 20 goddamn years old. I swear. It was fucking hilarious. Had he made that movie a couple years after the trailer was released, it would have been great. But he still, to this day, hasn't fucking made that movie.
Because he's too busy doing all this other fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, he did a horror movie with Keanu Reeves called Knock Knock.
How was it?
I have not seen it. I actually want to. I'm probably going to watch it here soon.
Speaking of horror, Eli Roth and all this stuff, Nick, have you been following the trades? One of our, maybe we haven't talked about it, but a lot of classics like Night Gallery and Kolchak are getting remastered.
No, I have, dude. Well, because before Vegas happened, all this other stuff was, with trips and everything. There was a ton of horror stuff that got released, and all of its remakes and reimagines and redos and all this other bullshit. Like for instance, and one thing that's not horror related that's kind of shitty is they're making a TV show of Waterworld.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah,
I was talking about Halloween, the new one, with my my friend, and he's like, "You want to read the script? It's our movie," and I'm like, I don't even want to read the script for that movie.
No, I do not. You can keep. You know what? I'll take the script and use it to like light a fucking cigarette. Okay, I don't. That's what I'm using it for right now. I'm using it for firewood.
Kindling on
Michael Myers. You're better yet, keep it in the bathroom. Use it for fucking toilet paper.
Now, Dick's Insider, I will make sure I bring Dion's gift to him in person. It's been sitting in the same spot. Spoiler alert, I put it inside the cat tree when we moved, and it's been sitting there. So, by the way, Saul, I saw you ask, what are they doing with Kolchak? Kolchak and Night Gallery are getting remasters on Blu-ray from, I think, is it Kino Lorber or one of these nice studios, and they're getting like the full treatment. So if you're a nerd for those horror series like I am, and probably Nick, this is the time to get this shit, folks. And we always talk about physical media. Physical media is the only way to preserve this shit. They can't alter it once it's on the disc. They can't add special changes. They can't find something insensitive and change it on a whim because of social media. So if you like this classic shit, give it a shot. I'm excited for. I think horror is the one.
I'm still waiting for my 8 boxes of VHS tape for Night Gallery that I bought on eBay on VHS. I'm waiting for all of those to come in.
You're going to be waiting just another minute, but when you get your tapes, let's get together and let's watch the episode with Clint Howard where he plays the little boy with the psychic powers.
I'm down with that. That sounds good.
Now, up next, we have our friend SH Rebels 08 who says, we demand Dion to review Paw Patrol the movie with Buffalo Jeff.
I don't know about that shit.
The Buffalo Jeff stuff is dependent, but Dion, you and I should review the Paw Patrol movie.
It's a part of our history, man. We have to.
The ham shits.
The ham shits.
And folks, if you ever want to watch that, we will put that on Patreon in our membership program and stuff. I don't think we would subject you to a live show of just us reviewing Paw Patrol the movie, but if you want it, you can get it somehow. Hiram Bigelow, we haven't heard from him in a minute. Welcome back. He says, guess all the normies who have been crapping on the Raimi movies because of Iron Boy Jr. wasn't sucking Stark through his jorts are fans all of a sudden. Hiram Bigelow, I am glad you brought this up. I'm going to get back to your point in a minute because this Spider-Man trailer, shit's changing out there, folks. That's not overly dramatic. Spend a couple minutes on the internet and some of these Facebook groups, and you'll see how vicious and how stupid some Spider-Man fans can be. I'm a Spider-Man fan. I know.
Shit,
now,
man, I'm a horror fan, and I got to deal with this bullshit too. It's just kind of like, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, they got it. Flavor of the month shit.
Yeah, oh no, 100%. Like everybody's up Rob's always ass right now because he's redoing Monsters, and it's like, oh, all of a sudden everybody's a Monsters fan. All of a sudden,
you're not. I'm fucking with you.
I enjoy it, but I'm not like that big of a fan. And I mean, it's one of those things where all of a sudden people heard about it and they keep posting pictures, being like, "Look, he's doing the car correctly. Look, he's doing the costumes correctly. Look, his wife is the same woman in the movie. See, it's gonna be
wait.
great."
His wife is playing Lily.
Yeah, and it's just like
I'm out. I was never going to be in, but I'm really fucking out.
Yeah, and it's like God, dude, fuck you, fuck all of you.
Yeah. Now, Modalicious says making Superman homosexual is anti-Semitic. Now hold on for a second before you guys laugh. One thing I've had this discussion with Jesse and a couple other people. Some Jewish people get very upset when they shit on Superman because Superman is, the hero for everybody, but he's very much the most Jewish of superheroes based on his backstory and origin. Everyone loved Bryan Singer. Is not a good director. Well, he made some decent movies, but he's not a good Superman director. And Bryan Singer is very guilty of Christ allegory in Superman Returns to the point where it's almost unwatchable. Same thing with Zack Snyder's stupid ass. Too much Christ imagery. Superman is meant to be Moses, not Jesus. Sorry. But
wait, does he still take Saturdays off? I'm curious.
How do you think Lex Luthor took over the planet?
That's a good point. That's a good point. He waited a little bit. He's like, all right, and it's
he was the NFL.
The thing is, though, Modalicious, it's stupid to make Superman anything besides what he is. He means a lot to people. He's a symbol. When your characters reach symbolic status, you can't be all willy-nilly and change shit just because the way the wind blows. Superman's in love with Lois Lane. They have a family. Maybe his ejaculate blew a gun blast through her back like in Mallrats, but either way, it's not. It's not cool to change the characters. I don't care what excuse you can give us, Dan Didio and those at DC or anyone at Marvel who wants to promote new bullshit. These are our characters. We like them the way they are. We want to throw billions of dollars in your direction. Stop fucking them up. It's not hard because now there's gay Superman, black Superman on film, the other black Superman on film. The word Superman has another origin outside of the DC stuff. Was it Nietzsche and the Superman? So you're just kind of killing your own brand because if you have 8 different Supermans and none of them are the real one, people stop caring.
Well, it's not just that. It's that you have 8 different Supermans and they all suck. It's and in this case, I think you hit the nail on the head. When your character reaches iconic status, you can't play with that. Like there's no other medium. Like imagine trying to make Michael Jordan a fucking trying to make Michael Jordan something weird like that. Like it wouldn't fit because he is the definition of an awesome athlete. He's an icon in and of himself. He's a pop culture icon now. The dude's gonna live forever in terms of word of mouth. And like if you were just trying to make Michael Jordan, like randomly make him, a fucking, Jello pudding pop spokesman, the shit wouldn't fit. So it's very similar. Superman, he's Superman. It's taken a life on its own. Another reason why Star Wars is in such fucking flux right now. It became this huge pop culture phenomenon, and you keep trying to force shit into it that, that's not what made it work. Superman didn't work because just gay people liked him. Superman didn't work because he was being armed and aimed at a specific group. He worked because everyone liked him. And he was the fucking Boy Scout of the world. You can't keep trying to force things into something that isn't there. No more puzzle pieces are going to fit. He's a complete puzzle. You can't force other pieces in there. You have to create something separate. And that's why that shit doesn't work. That's, And then a side note is that's one reason why Black Superman worked on its own, because it wasn't Clark Kent. He was something else. It's another complete puzzle. You can't force random pieces into something and expect it to look the exact same, let alone be recognizable. And it just doesn't, so you can have 20 Supermen. If they're shittily thrown together in order to just sell Superman merch to a group who you don't think like Superman before, it's not going to work. Shit. We saw that with Captain Marvel. Twitter went on this whole other thing because Brie Larson posted her with a fucking bow and arrow or some dumb shit, right? And the argument comes back up. People didn't like. It's like, no, the movie wasn't good. You can't make Captain Marvel the spearhead of a franchise when that's never what she was intended to be. This weird thing that people, and obviously we're gonna see this shit with Spider-Man, but this, and again, there's nothing wrong with having a gay superhero. Make a gay superhero. You making Superman gay? It's like gay people already like Superman. The dude wears fucking tights. Like, what else? Like that? It's built in, dude. So now you're trying to make it. We want extra gay people to like him now. They're, one, gay people aren't fucking dumb, and two, they're just gonna say we already liked him the way he was.
Yeah, like most people, because I guess
like most human beings.
Listen, if you want more gay people to like him, just make his suit tighter. Okay, it's as simple as that.
Shit, draw a bigger bold, but
Nick, I don't think you can make his suit any tighter. I can see what religion he is. That's it.
Yo, Clark, you uncut. There's nothing wrong with that,
man. We'll talk if more news or when more news about gay Superman comes out, we will definitely cover that here on the channel. Modalicious, I will read your other I'll read it right now. Modalicious says, on Superman, yes, I want DC to implode. Anyone that wants to take their flagship character and change it for no legitimate reason is just dead to me. So thank you.
Yeah, man. It's just so frustrating as a fan because, and that's the funny thing. Jeff and I aren't huge Superman fans. Like we love comic books, and by proxy, yeah, we love Superman. We get what he means to comic books. But when you got us coming out of this motherfucker trying to fucking, defend Superman, it's like, what the fuck are we doing here, B?
Well, no, it's not that. I think we all understand the importance of the pop culture and how far he's been ingrained in culture in American culture in general. Because anybody, I guarantee anybody in the world will probably know, what Superman is if you show them a picture of him. Like immediately they'll know who he is.
Yeah, because
he's been ingrained that far and for that long into our pop culture. It's just been constant. Comic books, movies, cartoons, like. Action figures, all kinds of stuff, video games, like it's across everything, and it's been like that for so long that it's just part of it, and that's why you shouldn't fuck with it as like DC has, because it's everybody knows the base, everybody knows the basic story of Superman, how he got here, what happened, like all that shit. They know his origin story, they know everything, of who he is. So to mess with it is messing with your own brand, and not making money off of it, and like all this other stuff. It's bad business. It's really horrible business.
Cesario Japan, thank you very much. He says, we going to get an Office Space montage with the mics? Well, Cesario Japan, anything's possible. I did return the mic today, the Blue Yeti. I had a warranty on it, so yay me. Jillian N, thank you very much. She says, congrats on the new mic. Jeff, please say...
Buffalo Jeff also has a new microphone. Sorry, Dion.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, blame Jillian. It's her fault. I say thank you to Jillian.
Damn it, Jillian.
Our buddy Doug Keller's back. He says, Kendo, what is the best Beavis and Butthead box set to own on DVD? I want to binge watch the series.
The correct answer is none of them.
Yeah.
Because the Mike Judge collection is the honey dickiest of all honey dicks that's ever honey dick since Honey Dick came to Honey Dick Town. You will do the same thing I did, which is you bought the Mike Judge collection thing, and fuck yes, here we go. Beavis and Butthead on DVD. But no, you're just going to get a bunch of the worn out, played many a time episode without the videos because they didn't want to pay the licensing fees for them. So the answer is none. There is no good box set of any Beavis and Butthead to buy at this point.
Would you say Sailing the High Seas is probably the best way to get all the episodes?
That would be the best way to do it. I know there are some places on YouTube where you can go and find some old episodes that are full episodes. That's how I was able to patch in some of the early first couple season episodes that I had missed because, again, like with a lot of those old early episodes, they were one and dones. They would play them on TV. Some fucking dumb kid would do something and hurt themselves, or mommy would complain, and they would pull it out of rotation, so you wouldn't get to see it. Or if they did play it again, it would be severely edited to where the episode didn't make any sense. Like the one where Beavis tried to juggle the fucking chainsaws, or the flaming newspapers, and that's where the kid burned down his house. So they completely pulled that one out of rotation. And then there was another one where Beavis and Butthead were sniffing paint and fucking up Anderson's house. So naturally they pulled that one out of rotation. Or they would show it and they just wouldn't show you them sniffing the paint. They would just be at Anderson's house, and then suddenly they had the swirly things over their head and they were just fucking up his house. It's like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Like I was
Kendo.
10 and I was like, wait, how did we get here? We didn't.
Do you remember the one where they were trying to give themselves beards, so they cut their own hair off, and they accidentally cut off Beavis's finger as they were gluing the hair to their faces?
Well, there was this one episode, and I watched it a few weeks ago. Actually, it was more about a month ago because it was before I moved to the Land of Enchantment, which is apparently suffering severe storms right now in a certain part of it. And that's why my internet got knocked out. And it was called Incognito, and it's where because as a kid, I saw it the one time, and then you would watch the credits and they would show like the different like screenshots of various episodes of Beavis and Butthead. And you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one. And I got that one. I was like, I only saw that the one time and I don't really remember it. Well, I couldn't for the life of me figure out why that episode got pulled from rotation. And then I found it one day on YouTube and I was watching it. And the reason why I got pulled out of rotation is because they're in school. They do something to the one guy, Earl. He flashes his piece at him. And so they go incognito and claim they're from like South America and they're exchange students. That's why they're wearing their gimmicks. And then somebody at the end of the episode fires a gunshot through the school window. Earl pulls out his gun, fires back at him. And then the episode ends with Van Driesen saying, Earl, you know, you're not supposed to have guns in school. And he goes, I'm sorry, Mr. Van Driesen, and drops it into his drawer of confiscated stuff. I'm like, oh, that's why that episode wasn't allowed on TV anymore. That makes sense now.
Fucking love Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, but there's so many of those where they pulled them out of. They pulled the one out that they had the shotgun to go skeet shooting and accidentally shot down the jumbo jet. It's like, I'm sorry, but how many kids are actually fucking taking down 747s with shotguns?
None.
No.
The logistics behind it, Kendo.
Well, I mean, I could go all physics teacher on you, but I'm not. Shooting down a 747 with a shotgun is impossible unless you're literally standing underneath it, and even then, it's probably still going to work.
I was just about to say it's going to take a while.
Yeah, if your goal is to get right underneath it as it's going up or down to shoot it, the government's going to tackle you and kill you well before then.
Yeah. Now, Breadman Production says, I watched Godzilla vs. Kong the other day. Kong gets his shoulder dislocated and fixes it just like Riggs does in Lethal Weapon. Had a good laugh.
Yep. I love the Lethal Weapon reference in there. I was like, fuck yeah, it's Riggs.
Yeah.
I caught the Die Hard one when he jumps. I was like, oh, dude, that's fucking John McClane jumping off the exploding roof.
Yeah. I mean, that movie had so much potential to be great, but instead of giving us what we wanted, Batista style, with the monsters fighting, they gave us all a bunch of bullshit and people and acting and outside of the really
still fine.
Oh, I still love it. I still bought it on Blu-ray. I will still watch it. It's one of the few things I brought with me to Bruce Exico. And I love those monster movies. I just wish that the fucking Waffle Girl wasn't the focus of them nowadays. They should have kept that really, really fucking attractive Latina chick with the big hooters instead of killing her.
Oh, yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
So, TLJ Screwjob says, here's $5 for Buffalo Steiner math or Buffalo Road's Hard Times, if he prefers that.
If you will.
Will I?
I don't know, Daddy. That's some hard times, though. When Buffalo Jeff gets a rolling and he can't get to where he's going, that's some hard times, Daddy.
First of all, I would like to thank the many, many fans throughout this country that wrote cards and letters to Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, while I was down. And secondly, I want to thank Jim Crockett Promotions for waiting and taking time, because I know how important it was. Starcade 85 is to wrestling fans as it is to Jim Crockett Promotions and Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. With what I got, I wanted Ric Flair, the world heavyweight champion. I don't have to say a whole lot about the way I feel about Ric Flair. No respect, no honor.
God, I hate this so much.
There's no honor against thieves in the first place.
Don't exhale.
That's it. That's all you're getting. Sorry. That's the first.
Holy
That's right,
shit!
Daddy.
Daddy.
That's so unnerving.
That's right. If you wheel them with some hard times.
Yeah. Dion's not gonna sleep at all night. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm awake now." I don't.
Anytime he watches
Christ.
any old wrestling match and fucking Dusty Rhodes comes out, he's not going to hear Dusty Rhodes. He's going to hear Buffalo Jeff. He's like, no, I just want to hear about the hard times with Daddy.
Oh yeah, hard times, Daddy.
No, now the phrase doesn't mean the same thing.
Look, having two screens set up now is like the ultimate in how to troll Dion, folks. I love it. Now, 860 Saying God says, how are they going to make Cowboy Bebop without the ships or being in space? Please tell me.
I don't know.
Is the movie going to not be in space?
The TV show, I guess. I'm not following all the news. I just looked at the images and was like, I like Cowboy Bebop. I bought the figure. I'm not going to watch this show.
Oh, okay.
Now, 860 Saying God, if that's the case, I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to do it. When I think of Cowboy Bebop, I think of the damn ship. But whatever. I guess it's just me. Space Monkey 0899 says a good example of redoing or revisiting an anime. Look at the rebuild of Evangelion, Hellsing, Ultimate, or Full Metal Brotherhood. Blood Brother.
Brother.
Now with this microphone, I should start doing Hulk Hogan. But I won't.
I mean, I prefer Avon Barksdale personally.
Now, folks, we have a ton of stuff to talk about, so get yourselves comfortable. But first, let's start talking about probably the biggest topic of the week, the Spider-Man trailer. So, what did you guys think of the Spider-Man trailer?
You know where I'm at on this, guys. You know, I can't stand that he's still in high school. It drives me fucking insane. But, I mean, I love the end where they were, doing the one take on the old Spider-Man theme. I do like that. You know, I like the. Well,
Dion, you know what? Let's do something weird that we've never done here on the channel. Let's actually show some stuff, and then we'll talk about it. Cool?
Okay, yeah.
If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man,
Yes.
You know,
I'm in. I'm watching now.
when they say you can't like Alfred Molina anymore, and you already do.
He's the fucking man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He just got married, too.
Oh really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think he got remarried. Good for
I was
him.
about to say, I was like, when you said it like it was his first time. I was like, oh, okay, good for you, buddy.
Oh, he was married to an actress whose name escapes me. She passed away like a year or two ago.
Oh, okay, all right.
So that version of Spider-Man aside, this is the first Marvel trailer in a minute where I was like, I liked what I watched. I just sat there, I watched the trailer. When I thought about it more, I was like, okay, hold on. We have to figure some of these things out. But I said this on Tuesday. I'll say it again. This trailer was so refreshing because it actually showed the setup for the movie. It told you what the movie's about. How many trailers today are just bullshit clips, random, what is it? Not archaic. What is it? Like lines out of context. You don't really know what it is. That's all these modern trailers are. It's fucking random drum beats. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Bing, Sony sound effect, and then this and that. All these trailers are the fucking same. Marvel has the worst trailers. This trailer is mostly that same shit, but I will give it the benefit of the doubt. The fact that it tells you the setup, what Spider-Man's doing, why he's doing it, the hesitation he has to give up his secret identity with everybody, and then how they mess up and break the universe. That's really important because this is a high concept movie. And I know it's not like high concept, like real high concept, like Blade Runner, but for Marvel, for this level of entertainment, this is going to be high concept. And you need a trailer to be pretty bare bones, because if I tried to explain this movie, it's like Spider-Man, but there's like 4 of them, and there's Doc Ock, but he died, but he's back. No. That doesn't make sense. You can't sell that. But if you can put a trailer that tells you how this gets here, you're kind of on board. So I thought that was refreshing from a trailer standpoint.
Yeah, and that part at least looked cool too. I mean, him doing the spell and things getting all fucked up, at least from the trailer, that I think the movie's at least going to look fucking great. I think a lot of the visuals are going to be fucking crazy. So I am excited for that bit. Absolutely.
Kendo, what were your thoughts?
I did not have any issues with the trailer. However, they've punched me in the nose twice before with this Spider-Man, and I'm like, do I want to get excited? I don't want to get excited.
I know what I want to do this December is talk about Spider-Man. So we'll do another Spider-Man month, folks. That's just an early advertisement. But Nick, any thoughts on this?
I mean, yeah, I watched it a couple times. Didn't care for it. It's Spider-Man. Can't find my home or whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. Like every time Marvel keeps showing me more and more movies, I care less and less each time. Endgame was the end for me. I'm done.
So this is the most viewed record, or the most viewed trailer ever in 24 hours. 355.5 million views in the first 24 hours, blowing away the previous record of 289 million views. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Spider-Man is the most popular Marvel character. Not Iron Man, not Captain America, not Thor, not any of these fucking MCU characters played by popular actors. No matter what, good or bad, Spider-Man is always that character. It could be that everybody can identify with the character because he's fully covered. I don't buy that. I've heard Stan Lee say that himself. I was always drawn to the character because of the moral dilemma, the weight of the situation. Morality plays a big part of Spider-Man's, is a big part of Spider-Man's character. And so from a young age, I always found it interesting to read tales of morality and superheroics. Spider-Man, it works for everybody on a different level. And I think, yes, trailer views don't equal ticket sales, but I don't think this movie's going to make Endgame money. I just think this is going to be a very talked about movie that's going to disappoint a lot of people.
Yeah, I think that first weekend is going to be really awesome. And then there's going to be a severe drop off immediately.
Well, I don't think the drop off is going to be because of dwindling interest in superhero. I think what's happening with this movie, there is a lot of misinformation out there. Fans either sharing fake news or places promoting it, this, that, and the other. It's confusing. And I think a lot of people are under the guise that this film is supposed to be Spider-Man, and Spider-Man, attorneys at law, fighting crime throughout multiple dimensions. I like the idea of a Spider-Verse film, but we need to calm down. We really need to calm down. This is not a live action Into the Spider-Verse. And I think a lot of people that are trying to promote, this and that are going to set themselves up for disappointment. And I think a lot of people are going to get set up for disappointment. And it ain't going to be on Sony or Disney. It's the people that are making up fake news about Spider-Man. Oh, did you see the symbiote suit? Not the symbiote suit. It's a magical suit. How do I know? Because it's in all the merchandise. Like, all these people aren't paying attention to what's out there, and they're kind of spinning a web of bullshit. And I hope that doesn't hurt this movie, and I hope it doesn't hurt Spider-Man moving forward, because it's my favorite character. And no matter who's playing him, I still always going to give him the benefit of the doubt until it's Andrew Garfield. Fuck that guy.
Well, yeah, as you should. He needs to be judged until he's in the ground. But listen, I don't think it's going to hurt. You bring up a very good point. I think that point definitely needs to be heated for people that are going to see the fucking movie. That being said, I think this is going to be the first actual $1 billion Marvel film since Endgame and Infinity War. I think this is going to be what they wanted Captain Marvel to be, and this is going to be the thing that the Marvels are going to copy. No matter what, I think this movie very well may make $1 billion. I hope it does. I'm not married to that. And again, I think it's going to have its issues. But for me, I'm really hoping that this is going to be A, like I said, what they wanted Captain Marvel to be, and B, I think it's going to be essentially, the creep show episode of Spider-Man, where it's just going to be, it's not going to be into the Spider-Verse, but it's going to be, hey, the what if mixed with creep show version of a Spider-Man film. And I think overall it has the potential to be very fun. And like I said, I think it's going to look fantastic. It's going to be some crazy shit. The one thing I do say is I don't think it's going to be what everyone thinks it is, and that it's going to be this gigantic, Avengers level thing. I'm guessing it's going to be, Doctor Strange trying to teach him a lesson or some type of shit. But again, if anything, I think it's going to be this desire to make it resonate with kids. It's going to be the one takeaway from it, because it's going to date it. This movie is going to be really popular. And then I think in a couple of years, it's going to be like, hey, yes, but No Way Home was fun, but it was, let's make Teeny Bopper Spider-Man again type deal. So again, I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping that I'm right, and that it's going to make, some serious fucking bank. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. I just cannot get it. We're fucking almost 3 years removed from Endgame, and we're still dealing with him in fucking high school. Like, goddamn, man. Like, I can't stress that enough. That dates your fucking movie.
Well, Dion, it's funny how this trailer, it showed Doc Ock, it showed the Green Goblin's pumpkin bomb, so we don't know which Green Goblin it is.
Right.
We also saw, Electro, this and that. But you know what villain they didn't talk about tonight in the trailer?
Venom.
You know what? That's
baby.
fair.
Why can't we have him?
He was going to
I
make a
love
comeback.
to tell this story. He's a hero. He's our. I'd say he's our dead wrestler patron saint of the channel. Wouldn't you agree?
Amen.
Amen.
100%.
Macho Man.
Yep.
Dig it.
Now, folks, I always love to tell this story, but back in 2002 when I saw Spider-Man, I was 13 years old. I was the biggest wrestling mark on the planet. And so when I saw this movie, I was like, man, they should have The Rock or Stone Cold play the wrestler. It would have been so cool. It would have been so awesome. Man, if I could kick my 13-year-old ass, I would, because Macho Man Randy Savage is better than anybody. And this movie is so much better because of him. He makes that movie. And it's the only fucking Spider-Man movie that brings the wrestling element. And everyone that goes, well, wrestling's not that cool. I don't give a shit. It's part of the story. What does Spider-Man do? I need to make money. I'm going to go be a wrestler. And he beats Crusher Hogan, and if you saw the movie, he beats Bonesaw, and he doesn't get his money. I missed the part where that's my problem.
Yeah. You also are leaving out the fact that because of the fact that Macho Man got that job, he was able to use that in a diss rap against Hulk Hogan.
Yep. Got myself a feature part in Spider-Man.
Hey, Kendo and Dion, why don't you guys do, we'll put this on our membership program. You guys should just sit down and talk about Macho Man's rap career.
Absolutely.
The one album.
Hogan.
There we go. There you go, Pagan God X.
From Macho is what I heard.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulkster.
Now,
be a man, Hogan.
Coming after you, coward.
Now, I know this movie is not going to feature Macho Man. It's not going to feature wrestling, but this Spider-Man movie is going to feature a lot of stuff. Where do you think other cameos are going to fall? Or how do you think other cameos are going to fall in line? Are they going to keep this all Spider-Man? Or do you think they're going to go stupid and even try to introduce other Marvel shit and make it just one big ugly mess like Spider-Man 3?
I think they're going to keep it all Spider-Man. I think the reason why they're bringing everything up is because they want to try and say, hey, we're not going to make the same mistakes we made for Spider-Man 3 or the Andrew Garfield ones, guys. Hey, take a gander. Remember those things, how they weren't great? Well, we're going to make them great, and we're going to remind you how they could have been better, and you're going to like it in this one. So, I think it's going to be, this is, I'm hoping, more of an attempted love letter to the fans of the other films, And again, everyone on Twitter that's shitting on the Raimi movies, especially the motherfuckers that said that they didn't like Spider-Man 2, get the fuck out of here. But
thank you for bringing this up.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. And they always hide behind the "what's my opinion" thing. Yeah, well, I could have an opinion that the sky is fucking green, but you're gonna call me a fucking idiot. You saying that Spider-Man 2 and the first one especially aren't good. Get the fuck out of here. I hope your fucking girlfriend thinks you're cool for saying that because you're an idiot. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's, it's an attempted love letter to the fans of all of them to say, okay, listen, we're Marvel, we're not going to fuck this up. This is our way of winking towards that other stuff while also making it good. Well, at least that's what I'm hoping.
You brought up an interesting point because there is a schism between Spider-Man fans, and this movie has to hit that balance, because the meme I keep seeing online is fans of the Raimiverse, and it's a picture of Doc Ock, and then it's a picture of people freaking out, and then there's that picture of Zendaya that says, "Who's that old guy?" Remember, people on Twitter, this is the one time that people on Twitter are going to get smacked with a logic dick. You don't fucking matter as much as you think. Right. This is going to sound kind of dicky. If you Twitter people that had all these stupid, retarded opinions were right, they wouldn't bring back Alfred Molina. They wouldn't spend money. They wouldn't find a way to merchandise the classic Spider-Man movies, because no matter what you think, those movies stood the test of time. Those movies made records, broke records, made tons of money back in an era when superhero movies weren't the thing they are today. For every $1 billion Avengers movie you get, Spider-Man, it only opened to $103 million. Yeah, it broke the Guinness Book of World Records. Those movies are not only just movies of Spider-Man, but they're cultural touchstones that are very important, products of their time. And so when a studio is going to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into a way to bring back that old shit because they realize how valuable their catalog is, maybe you should take a step back and realize that Andrew Garfield and all this other dumb, superficial shit that you think is real Spider-Man isn't. Take a step back and understand that Spider-Man's not a fucking suit. It's a cast of characters. You go take a Spider-Man book, slap it down, slap Amazing Spider-Man number 100 down in front of these Twitter people, and I bet you they wouldn't be able to list half the characters on the cover. Why? Because all they know is Spider-Man. Oh, I watched the cartoon. No, fuck off. You people are the worst.
Yeah, as well as people who watch the cartoon, like that's their, that's seems to be their basis for a lot of this stuff, and they've never read the comic books. So they don't know. They're like, the cartoon, or even more so now, people just reading the Wikipedia page. Like, oh yeah, I know Spider-Man. I read the wiki page. Like, that doesn't mean fucking nothing, man.
Yeah, there's also this really bizarre thing nowadays where like everything new is great, and you have to shit on everything old. It's like, no, just because something's new doesn't mean everything that came before it sucks.
Yeah, and in fact, the things that came before probably perpetuated the new thing that you're watching right now. So you're welcome.
Probably better.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing with DC and Batman. Oh, Michael Keaton was the shittiest Batman. Fuck Michael Keaton. That's what everyone said when Christian Bale and The Dark Knight came out. Oh my God, people could not stop shitting on Michael Keaton. But guess what?
It was
time passed.
So fucking weird.
It is weird, Nick.
Because it's the same argument people have about James Bond. It's like, oh, this one's better. It's like, why can't they both be good? Why can't multiple people who did this thing be good? Why does it have to be like a number one? Like, just fucking be happy with what you got.
Well, there's a very weird desire for fans when something is super popular to say, I'm a part of that. I'm one of the reasons why that's so popular. That's my generation. We made that. There's this underlying desire for you to say, hey, my money went towards that being a record breaker. My dollar went towards that being so popular that my kids are going to know about it. And there's this weird pushback for people who weren't a part of that. So people, especially, even though, and you see it a lot on people who are, on YouTube, right? So, for one example, the dude that used to be on Funhouse, Bruce, who now runs his own shitty YouTube channel, he was trying to say, oh, well, the Marvel movies make me care about Spider-Man. And then you press him on it, it's like, well, that's just my opinion. Well, bitch, your opinion doesn't shield you from being wrong.
Thank you.
If the conversation is about, this is better than the other thing, then there has to be someone's right and someone's wrong. And if you're basing the fact that you're right on it's your opinion, you're going to lose 10 times out of 10. The other side of that being, hey, well, it's Keaton's fucking sucked because it was so campy. Bitch, it reset the balance for comic book movies.
Yeah. You
may not like it because it's not a gruff ass Christian Bale, but the shit was fire in '89. It was fucking insane. The Spider-Man movies that came out in the early 2000s, again, it was insane. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, Jeff and I were, 12, 13 at the time. But there's this weird, those people who are shitting on Topher Grace and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, were fucking 7, 6, 7, 8 years old. So they don't have an emotional attachment. They weren't a part of that. They can't say, Jeff and I, it might have been our parents' money, but we can say, listen, I was alive when that was in theaters, and I went and saw that over fucking Star Wars. I can say that. And there's this weird emotional attachment that people, we used to call them hipsters back in college, but this weird emotional attachment where it's, I didn't provide my money to that. Well, then the other thing must have sucked. No, it means that you don't know what you're talking about, and it just wasn't for you. Especially with Spider-Man, where everything after that sucked. So Andrew Garfield, they wanted that, when they dropped the first 10 minutes of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and when the movie was bad, then it was, it's not our fault. That was Garfield and Sony and all this other bullshit. Well, that's your Spider-Man. Don't shit on mine because yours shit the bed. And they made Paul Giamatti a fucking Russian, but that's not us. That's on Sony. So it's a great case study in like generational, generational that is mine type shit.
Well, yeah, and I mean, look at the movie we all love, like Back to the Future. That is that's 35 years old, and it's so good that they're still making shit for it. They're still talking about it. They're still taking photos with the cast and crew. They're still releasing things for it. And that's how good it is that they just keep making things for it and keep telling you, hey, this is really good, but it's this old now. Like come buy the Blu-ray or the holographic cube that's going to come out in 10 years for it, here soon. Like whenever it happens, like they keep doing that for it because it's so good. It's so good that they can't replicate it. They can't copy it. It was magic in a bottle. You just can't do it.
Yeah. Well, I was going to offer up a statement here, but then I got to take umbrage with something that Dion said. So number one. The problem is these days people are under the impression that just because they have an opinion on something, that means that they're insulated from any criticism. Listen, motherfucker, I don't care what your opinion is. You can be wrong. Your opinion can be the sun comes up in the north. Sorry, doesn't happen. Secondly, Dion, just because you're 7 or 8 doesn't mean you can shit on Topher Grace and Spider-Man 3. I was 24 years old. I shit on him when the trailer came out. I shit on him when the movie came out. And I shit on him to this day. That fucker should never have been portraying Venom. Fuck him. He's not an Eddie Brock. Fuck Topher Grace. Suck a dick.
I agree with that. Weirdest casting of all time.
Yeah. I was so excited because like Venom or Spider-Man 3 is coming out. Venom to me. I was like, fuck yes, I love Venom. And then I saw who they cast as fucking Eddie Brock and it's Topher Grace. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. Yeah, the scrawny little Eric Foreman kid, you picked him to be Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Even when I heard that, I was just like, wait, wasn't Eddie Brock like a football player or something like that? He was like an athletic dude, wasn't he?
I was like, is there another Topher Grace
bodybuilder,
that I'm not familiar with?
Yeah, like he's supposed to be an athletic dude. That's always my assumption. I'm just like, fucking red. Like,
and that's the part that pisses me off because they use 3 as an indication that 1 and 2 are bad. Like,
yeah, thank you.
Like what?
Yeah. Because of how bad
that drives me crazy. It's like, bitch, yeah, no Raimi fan is defending 3. Like the first half is good, and then we're not saying that 3 is awesome. We're saying the first half of it is awesome. The movie's, again, I still say it's a 7. It's not terrible. It's a letdown, but it's not Amazing Spider-Man 1 or fucking 2. I'll tell you that shit right now. But this
it
weird
is a whole lot better currently, compared to everything that's come after.
Yeah, 100%. And
that movie
listen, and Sandman was still dope.
Yeah, he was.
Even at the time, like even when the movie came out, it's like, okay, this movie went in 150 fucking directions, most of which I could not keep up with. However, good for you, Lowell from Wings. You did a good job as Sandman.
You mean Lyle from Georgia the Jungle?
Yep, fucking Lyle, man. God damn.
I watched that movie the other night.
You can't beat Spider-Man. But this, this again, like this weird need. And listen, and you know me, I try not to be the mean guy, but if you say 1 and 2 sucks because of 3, I'm gonna assume you're a fucking idiot. I don't care how famous you are. Anyone, and that goes out to you too, Bruce. Jumping on Raimi because of 3. It just showcases that you didn't watch 1 and 2, or you watched it and you forgot about it. Like what the emotional baggage. Back to what Jeff said about the fucking morality and the importance of Spider-Man as a character. Uncle Ben fucking dying. Everyone fucking cried. Topher Grace is an ugly fucking crier, and that shit was real. And he goes, and people forget, he caused the death of the dude he thought killed his fucking uncle. And he becomes fucking Spider-Man. And then he has a father figure in Norman Osborn who was in a lot of ways loved him more than his own son. And then he finds out that he's the fucking Green Goblin, and he fucking ends up killing himself. And then fucking he go on the 2, and he's having, and that's based on a great Spider-Man story. Jeff will go into that shit, but he's losing his fucking powers, and he's trying to balance between being Spider-Man and being with the love of his life because he's finally a grown fucking man. And that story holds a lot more weight than when you're in fucking high school America. And then boom, fucking Doc, another fucking father figure, a guy that he respects, is going insane, and he has to fucking face him, and he gets his ass beat. In the second movie. The train scene is fucking amazing, so much so that he almost fucking dies. And once again, New Yorkers try to sacrifice themselves for fucking Spider-Man. And then, again, even though, it's 3, but you had the fact that fucking, obviously Harry fucking finds out in the beginning of 3 when the, whatever it is, the Neuro Goblin or whatever he is in the third one, when they're fighting, he goes, "You killed my dad." He's trying to say, "I didn't kill your fucking father." That fight is fucking great. It's just, yes, that's the pain from where and they put that in the movie. That was a great scene, not just for the movie fans, but for Spider-Man fans, for us to see that in real life, the image of Peter, who so much of him is being Spider-Man, he throws it in the garbage and fucking walks away from it. You didn't see that in the Andrew Garfield ones. In a lot of ways, that's one reason why we're so upset with this Spider-Man, with him being Iron Man's Cabana Boy. The fact that he made his own suit. He made it. So you take that away from the character when it's just Iron Man, Spider-Man. That takes away a huge part of the character. That's why we don't like him in high school. That's part of him being a grown man. He made his own super suit. And for him to throw it away is this emotional thing for Spider-Man fans, for comic book fans, that they, as a reader, as a moviegoer, it's serious because this kid who became this hero because his father, not his biological father, not his father, but his daddy, was murdered. And he became a hero. And he's been pushed so far that he throws the symbolism of that in the garbage and walks away from it. You took that away in the new one. So to pretend that the first 2 and even all 3, fuck it, I'll defend Spider-Man 3. I ain't scared, bitch. To pretend that the fucking remaining trilogy is not good, I would fight someone over that shit. You don't know what you're talking about.
TLJ Screwjob says, "Thank you, Dion. I had a father and his name was Ben Parker, not Tony Stark. What if they bring an Uncle Ben cameo in Iron Man 6?
Thank you for keeping that going, too, by the way, with the Iron Man 6.
Yes.
I just want to go back to what Dion said. It's not so much that, he is the Cabana Boy of one Tony Stark. It's that the new Spider-Man loves being Spider-Man, showing off that he's Spider-Man. Spider-Man's supposed to hate the fact that he's Spider-Man. He's burdened it before, It's like he doesn't run around going, "I'm Spider-Man, guys. Check out all the cool shit I can do." It's like, fuck, why do I got to be like that?
Yeah, exactly. Because in in the first new Spider-Man movie, he had to hack the suit to level it up so he could do all the cool shit like that.
Yeah, he wanted to fucking come flying in at the party that fat shit Asian Jonah Hill was thrown. To go in there and rock and roll and be like, "Look at me, I'm Spider-Man. Come run off me, Zendaya." And it didn't work out. Fuck Zendaya.
I didn't know Dusty Rhodes was Spider-Man.
And that's one reason why. And again, I do think, I just want to preface it. I think that No Way Home for Dinner, I hope it's a good movie. I really do. But that's one thing that they have missed with this attempt to market it towards a younger audience. The importance of all of that. And don't get me wrong, and Jeff knows this too. I know the one riff between Jeff, Dr. Coffin Nails, and TL Screwjob and me, is that I do enjoy the Tony Stark Peter relationship in the movies, mainly because of the comic books, because how close they are in the comic books. But the thing, even I can admit, they missed the point of him having the suit, right? And that's what the Raimi movies, they got so well. They understood that. and even in Homecoming, Peter being reckless for the sake of being reckless. That's not Spider-Man. So and again, defer to Jeff on specifics, but the thing I loved about Spider-Man as a character, he's not my favorite, but I fucking love him, is when you're reading him, there's a difference between reading it from Spider-Man's perspective and reading it from the overall story perspective. The story perspective, he's cracking jokes, but when you're reading it from Peter's perspective, he might say something funny, but he's thinking of all this shit. I can't do this because the people on the street are going to be in danger, or I might expose my identity, or Aunt May's here. He's not he's not Martin Riggs, and the new movies have made him to be Martin Riggs. Where he's fucking fairy gets cut in half, and he's like randomly trying to hold it together in the first one. That's not Spider-Man. And that's and again, I'm a purist, so I get it. But that's the point that's just, I think, is going to come and bite them in the ass in this new one, is this desire to make Spider-Man, this mix between an action movie and Jackass, where he just does crazy shit and shit happens and he kind of reacts to it, as opposed to the Spider-Man from the Raimi movies, in that we know where, this was a fucking, it's a huge, there's a reason why he's doing this. And, it becomes dated when you make it a version of Spider-Man and Saved by the Bell.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, oh God. And from everything you're saying, I feel like the Raimi movies are the definition of with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes,
because you see that more in those movies where he has to do the right thing regardless of what he wants to do. He has to do the greater good for the betterment of the people, for society, and things like that, as opposed to Spider-Man. Now look at me in my shiny suit.
Yeah, look how cool I am. I'm Spider-Man. Everybody, be my friends. Yeah, like no. You're supposed to hate it.
Well, and then in Far From Home, it's, oh well, Tony had this thing for you, and like I love that relationship, but that character doesn't get up from taking a beating from someone with the Phoenix Force because of Tony Stark. He does it because, my fucking father was murdered, and he would want me to keep doing the right thing no matter what.
Also, he's responsible for Uncle Ben's death, which the thing is, the Tom Holland version takes away the crux of what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. So therefore, I mean, that alone makes it an inherently flawed Spider-Man film. It's not why Spider-Man does what he does. And, oh, Jeff, they're adapting the Ultimate books. No, the fuck they're not. The Ultimate books, a lot of the shit from the Ultimate books made it in the Raimi movies early on. Not to my, it doesn't make me happy, but like Uncle Ben still is killed, and all the things, the hallmarks are still there. Even the Andrew Garfield bullshit movie got Uncle Ben's death right. Yeah, it was over chocolate milk. Okay, it wasn't right. It was stupid.
It's tough.
Well, add to that, like the last interaction he really has with him before he's dying is a contentious one. He's a dick to him.
Well, not only that, but and again, like that's why when people dump on the Raimi ones, it makes me so upset. It's not just that they argue, obviously, and again they touch on it on the second one where they, he and Aunt May have a moment where they both were blaming themselves the whole time. But especially in the movie, he argues with them. You don't know what I'm going through. But right before he dies, they have a moment. Like he's dying, and Peter shows up, and he goes, and that's why the Raimi is so great, right? The thing he says, he goes, Peter, and he goes, Uncle Ben, and he, obviously he's dying, which isn't, ideal. But they had an argument, but Uncle Ben in his last moment is happy to see him.
Mm-hmm.
That's grade A acting. Yeah, that's a great moment. That's grade A acting that you don't see. And obviously he goes on to blame himself. But we don't have that in the new ones, and that's
what we do have in the new ones, Dion.
Oh God, don't remind me.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Uncle Ben.
Damn!
Oh my God! Wow!
Was it over the top? I can never tell.
Oh no! Oh no!
That was hard in the paint, buddy. That was hard in the
The
paint.
only way that would have been any better is whenever it popped up, Uncle Ben, it was the logo from the rice box on there too, because it has double meaning.
Oh god. Oh jeez.
By the way, folks, I didn't make that. I'm not that mean, or maybe I am.
I think you should edit it.
Oof.
I know, right? I'm worried that, actually not worried. I'm interested if this is going to be a big universe reset.
It is. It is. That's
Like-
what they've been doing since they talked about time travel and since the time stone was introduced in fucking Doctor Strange 1.
But Nick, I thought this franchise was so great. Everybody loved the Tom Holland movies. Why would you change anything?
Because Marvel loves money, and this Phase 4 is is picking up real slow right now, real fucking slow. So they're trying to speed
It's
it up.
because of how mean they treated Brie Larson.
Oh god.
I'm just looking.
By the way, she still complains about that. Just so you know.
As she should. The people in the chat, by the way, did not like that Spider-Man button. Let's play it again. No,
Say, you sick son of a bitch.
was it really that harsh?
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was
It
hard.
wasn't that harsh, but God,
I don't have friends. I got family.
Spider-Man doesn't have either.
Oh shit!
There you go.
he's got on me, you son of a bitch.
Well.
Marissa told May Aunt May, so you know that's a little bit
That's
better.
right. Hey, I'm okay with that. She can be
It's-
my Aunt May. any day.
If college or Spider-Man doesn't pay off, there's always OnlyFans.
Ooh. Now, speaking of photos and stuff on OnlyFans, I found another photo from this movie. You guys ready to see it?
Yes.
There's Tobey Maguire on set, folks, right there. Spider-Man.
That looks like Tobey Maguire.
He looks like Jamie Lee Curtis here.
Jamie Lee Maguire.
Jamie Lee.
Oh god.
Spider-Man 2, on record, best Spider-Man movie. Boom.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. It's
It is
so
very
good.
So let's keep this show rolling at a nice pace. So let's check in with the audience, and we'll be right back. Let's see. What's a good button? Kendo, give me a number.
6.
Shut up!
I like it. I like it.
He called his ship poop. We'll be next week. So TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, thoughts on the Saints Row reboot being a contemporary millennial power fantasy for the first half of the game? Yeah, I read about this earlier. Now, Kendo, we mentioned some of the discussion about the diversity of Saints Row. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Johnny Gat was pretty Asian in the first one, right?
Super Asian. Very Asian indeed.
And you also could make your character look like anything you wanted in both games. So you were really not limited to, whatever the game wanted you to be. Let's pull a picture of Johnny Gat right here, just for reference. So I'm not here to say the audience is being sensitive. I'm here to say that THQ or whoever picked up the rights to Saints Row doesn't know what you're talking about, and you should shut the fuck up quickly, because not only did you deliver a trailer that looks bullshit, it looks like a ripoff of Grand Theft Auto 5, which you picked the worst fucking time. Oh, we're going to go to the Southwest. Guess what? Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out for almost a decade, and you made a game that takes place in the same fucking setting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the one thing we didn't want or need as a gamer. I love Saints Row. 1, 2, 3 were all fun. They were even, I'll go on record and say Saints Row 2 is better than GTA 4. That's a better Grand Theft Auto replacement. But God damn it.
I would agree completely. I would.
You think
so much
the games are just as scared as Hollywood to do something new and possibly risky?
Apparently not. But I mean, the Saints Row. Okay, so here's the thing about the Saints Row games. Saints Row 2, yes, it's like a GTA. It like I said before we started talking, it's like the Latino version of GTA. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. You can do stuff. You can take over neighborhoods. You can do really cool things. Then in 3 is when they kind of branched off a little bit and decided to do something They're like, okay, we don't want to be just a sandbox GTA game. We want to do something different. So we're going to give you pink dildo bats. That's fine. That's right. Diversity is anybody of any race, religion, and creed can be beaten to death with a pink dildo bat. Okay,
that's the American dream right there. That's a fucking American dream.
It really is, and it's really good. It's a lot of fun, and I mean, I love Saints Row 3. I played the shit out of it, and I would argue that Saints Row 2 and 3 are better than Grand Theft Auto 4. I mean, outside of Cousin Brucey, I didn't really have a whole lot of fun with Grand Theft Auto 4, and I mean, yes, so they're essentially. They've always been living in the shadow of Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto in general. And yeah, the ripoff of, oh, we need to go to the Southwest and be like Grand Theft Auto 5. Motherfucker, I did that, okay? That's not true. But anyway, it's like, stick with what you're good at. You took the idea of a sandbox world game where you can do whatever you want, beat people with, pink dildo bats, get the penetrator or whatever it was in the last game and launch people into space. That's fine. Stick with that. Stop trying to be GTA because people are just going to keep calling you that. And if you acknowledge it and try to be like it, now you're saying, okay, you do have a problem with it. And the game was already diverse anyway. So by saying, look, our game is now diverse, it's like, it already was. What are you doing?
What Saints Row is missing is the fact that they're going to try to create this diverse bullshit story when you should just make sure your character creation is on point because you're going to beat Grand Theft Auto again. Grand Theft Auto created its own narrative that it's fallen a victim to because Grand Theft Auto used to be the wacky, zany, awesome game. Oh my God, this game, I can't believe they're saying and doing these things. But the game was not only zany, but it was good. It had great gameplay, tight mechanics across the board. Grand Theft Auto is one of the all-time great series, but it has become such a slave. Oh my God, I said that magic word, Disney. We'll talk about that later on tonight.
Dude.
I know. But they became a slave to their own narrative in terms of the actual narrative of the story. They don't go for the fun, zany, whatever. In a way, Grand Theft Auto has been neutered. Saints Row, I don't know what it's trying to be anymore. It was crazy and balls to the wall, and I'm afraid they're just going to make it to try to prove a point. I mean, look, it's like you have Hallmark characters. It's like you see these people in real life, stay away. You put them in the video game, don't buy the fucking game. If you need Kmart Mia Khalifa, you don't need Kmart Mia Khalifa. Look at that. Does that not look like Kmart Mia Khalifa?
Yeah, it does. It looks like Mia Khalifa just put a glass on her. It's like, all right, we'll make her different. Put glasses on her. That'll make her look different. It's fine. It's
look,
okay.
Covering her face with something doesn't make her look any different, Nick.
True, very true.
So pretty much it's the same old shit with another different Asian guy when you already had Johnny Gat. Is that the new Johnny Gat? Or is he dead, right, Kendo?
No. Kendo, are you there, buddy?
Beep boop.
Beep boop. Well, either way, Dion, this game, she looks more and more like Mia Khalifa every day. These characters are pretty ugly. This game doesn't do much to entice me. I know this is just a trailer of this, but like, yeah.
There you go. There you go. With the shaved side of the head. Oh yeah, that'll sell games.
That'll put butts in seats.
Yeah, it will. Oh man, yeah. I just don't care. I just don't care anymore.
It's just trying to. Check as many boxes, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's in of itself, in a vacuum, it's fine, but it's different when you know what they're going for, right? And that's just what sucks.
Yeah. So, folks, I personally won't be buying Saints Row 4, 5, or whatever the hell it's called, but yeah, be on the lookout. I'm sure as they do stupid things, we'll make videos to make fun of them.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Clark has a good question. Any thoughts on any plans for Aiden Paladin? She's a horror fan. Well, I took a picture of your message, Andrew. I'll reach out to her and see if she's available to work on a piece of content together. Schlocktoberfest is coming up, so it'd be cool to cross over.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Ninja Lawyer Steve says, ooh, Kendo, it is getting close to that time of year. You boys getting excited?
I'm always excited for Halloween.
I am too. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is a ghost now, so yes, he's ready.
Damn, man.
Nick, somebody in my building already has their Halloween decorations up.
Good for them. Good for them. I know.
Dude. Earlier today, I saw a post on Facebook from people that I used to work with in my former line of employment showing that the Halloween decorations were already out. And I was like, that's the only thing I miss about working there is getting to do the Halloween set. Other than that 2 days, the rest of it can go fuck itself.
I do know the Spirit Halloween down the road for me has already got their shit in there. So
yep, same one with the one by me too. Over in the
so I'll be going there. I'll be going there early and often to pick up shit I don't need. So
yeah, dude. Halloween candy's out in full force right now. I mean, it's kind of like Halloween's become Christmas. You know, like the Christmas decorations keep coming out earlier and earlier each year. Halloween stuff comes out at the beginning of like August, so it's like fuck yeah, dude. It's a 3-month celebration of ghosts and goblins
and all that and all that fun shit. So
yeah.
It's funny because my Instagram keeps like showing me Halloween shit to do, so I have to like fill up my calendar with all this stuff now.
Yeah, Nick's like, I need to photograph a woman wearing these bunny ears.
He does, but
I mean, you do. Yeah, he does. He totally does. Nick, we want to see sexy lady photographs and Halloween costumes on your Instagram.
Nick, the reason I'm telling you about these Halloween decorations though is they're all Michael Myers branded. They got like the official pumpkin. They got a cartoon kitty-fied version of Michael Myers dressed as Bob with the ghost and the fucking glasses and shit. Like I've never seen it before. I'll take pictures of it. It's neat.
Well, no, one thing, god damn it. I know Fright Rags now is all up its ass, but Fright Rags is put, they do a lot of the movie stuff. They're doing Halloween Kills and that stuff like that. So like I'm not even on their shit anymore. I know they're doing a lot of Candyman stuff now too as well. I'm like, I'm not looking at you guys' Instagram. I don't care for your shit right now. I'm not buying anything for the next like month or so. Oh god, what?
Trick or Treat Studios is a place that I like to get Halloween related stuff, but I don't know. I don't want to buy into the Michael Myers hype this year because I feel like I'm just one of those people.
I mean, you're not, but I mean, you might look like to normies that you are, but we know you're not. We know you're not.
Yeah, but it's how you're perceived by the general public.
That's very true, unfortunately.
You know what I do? I just keep my mouth shut when it comes time to talk about Michael Myers movies.
That's probably a good idea because you know what'll happen. You'll start talking to somebody, be like, "Oh yeah, I love the Halloween movies."
No,
oh my god,
no,
Halloween 2018 was so good. Didn't you think so? And then you'll snap and you'll kill them, and then we'll have to bail you out.
No, Jeff, you shouldn't be quiet about what's good and what isn't because they need to know what's good and what isn't. That's why you need to tell these people forcefully what's good and what isn't.
Well, let me just keep on the course, and maybe I'll get to see some horror movies early and be able to give some feedback, if you know what I mean, Nick.
Hey, man, that sounds awesome to me. If you're going to be the guinea pig for some of that stuff, that's fine. I don't want to be.
Ninja Lawyer Steve has a... this is hard. I'm going to have you guys help me on this. He says, I think you know what button would best suit the Waterworld TV show.
Wait, it's a Waterworld TV show?
I guess so. And so we have to figure out which button would necessitate. What would that
17.
be?
I mean, that works too. That works too.
I just love Brendan Fraser.
Oh god,
he's the man,
dude. He's getting so much love for being in the new Scorsese movie. Everyone's just, like, he didn't realize how much the internet loved him. He's like, yeah, dude, we want to see you do good shit. We want to see you come back.
Yeah, the Renaissance.
His original website is still up and running too.
His what now?
His original website is still up and running too.
Oh, nice. That's great, man.
You want to go look at it?
Let's look at
it. Hell
it.
yeah. Shit looks like it's out of 2001.
Oh my god, really?
It does. Hold on, folks. Deep dive here on World Class Bullshitters. Your first look of the Renaissance. BrendanFraser.com. Here we go, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
love it. I haven't even looked yet, but I already love it.
There we go. Let me get this. There we go. Get this off the screen. All right. Where do we start first, guys? About?
Announcements.
Yes,
let's go to announcements.
All right, announcements.
I don't know what announcements are there.
2005, Nick.
Oh god damn it.
Jesus.
That means that was a good year.
Wow.
Whatever computer is still running or hard drive that's still running that this is off of, thank you.
You know what this means, don't you? That he has a MySpace account that is still active.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Sight and sounds thing.
Oh, my God.
Amusement.
These are all the bookmarks that Brendan wants you to go check out. Hunger Free America. Hey, Think Geek.
Oh, my God.
Gadgets, Gizmo. Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
Google. Just because.
Yeah, Think Geek because, yeah, they
Google, that's insane. If only they knew Kung Fu anime.
God.
So, in the About section, Brendan Fraser was born on December 3rd, 1968 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Owing his father's position as a journalist in foreign services for the Canadian Government Office of Tourism, Brendan and his family were required to relocate homes frequently. His childhood journey through the USA, Canada, and Europe introduced him to the complex nature of diversity and the challenge of frequently changing schools. Living in Holland at age 7, he became secretly envious of his childhood peers' cool, malicious-sounding army brat title. So he dubbed himself Brochure Brat and would compare travel itineraries to break the ice when making new friends. Along the way, Brendan developed insatiable curiosities for creating imagery. He has become an accomplished amateur photographer, going to new places. He is an ardent world traveler who recently needed an extra page added to his passport. And keeping current with new forms of artistic expression, his limited free time is frequently spent in museums, theaters, and galleries, or, online.
There
we go.
That's crazy. By the way, if nobody has seen his arc, his story arc on Scrubs, for the love of God, go watch it. It's the saddest thing. It's the saddest thing you'll ever watch, but it's also the greatest thing you'll ever watch.
Is that a picture of Michael Caine? Yeah. So if I can't show this for some reason because it pops up in a different window, but if you go to his pictures and you click on it, this one of this guy right here, that's Michael Caine out of focus. It's a weird photo.
Okay.
So Brendan Fraser, congratulations. Welcome back. The Renaissance. There we go, folks.
Maybe.
Hey, he was awesome in Doom Patrol.
I'm a fan. I have nothing bad to say about Brendan Fraser.
Oh, dude, I need to watch Doom Patrol.
All right, so Ninja Lawyer Steve, thank you very much. Hopefully we picked the right button for you. Dix Insider says, I tried to adopt a child using my parents' email, but they said the email was already in use. Wait a damn minute. Kendo Slice says, oh my God, they found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty! Who found you? Who do you think? The Libyans!
Whoa! Can you say Libyans? Is that PC, Jeff? Jesus.
Yeah, it's still okay to rip on the Libyans in 2021 so far. Granted,
okay,
they might change that in the next couple of weeks.
They already alter it, man, on TV. He goes, who do you think? And then it's just a blank space. So they already cut out the word Libyans on Back to the Future, the TV edit.
Do you remember when there was a big thing with the Netflix edit of Back to the Future where everyone's like, they didn't show the new chick in the Ooh La La magazine. Everyone's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, look, you shouldn't mess with movies anyway, but if you're going to mess with them, don't cut out the titties. People are going to
don't fucking do that.
Modalicious, thank you very much. We read your super chat earlier. Kinner Dak with a very generous super chat. Damn, I missed you guys. It's been a long time since I've tuned in, but I just wanted to drop in. So glad you guys are still holding it down. All 4 strong. Well, of course, that's the beauty of the show. We're all real life buddies. You can't buy your way onto world class bullshitters. You just gotta be one of us. But everyone's welcome to hang out and join us that way. Guys, I'm not ready for a 5th member. Ever.
No,
it'll be too convoluted.
No, man, we're like a stool, with 4 legs, and you can't have a 5th leg. That just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Yes, Nick, we are stool.
Sample us.
Hey, did you guys? I know I shared this with you guys, but I didn't share this publicly. I'm a fridge magnet. I'm going to share that real quick while I read some more super chats.
And I'm a meat popsicle. What are you trying to say here? Oh, okay, like that. You're a fridge magnet. Okay, I didn't.
I'm not changing my identity.
Okay, I thought you were just saying something random. I was like, you identify as a fridge magnet. I was like, okay, whatever.
Hey,
Jeff.
Nick,
like, you do you.
I'm a meat popsicle.
Nick, just for you, I have all the animagnets. So,
yes.
But Kinnerdak,
Hang on,
thank you very much
hang
for
on,
the super generous super
suddenly
chat.
feeling some thirst.
Should I show it on air?
That feels good. Okay. Yes, do that. Do that.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn on the lights.
I want to hear Nick in the throes of passion alone by himself.
Are you sure you're ready for that? Are you sure you're ready for that much?
Motherfucker, we've
auditory
shared
assault?
rooms before. I've left you to die. I am willing to deal with anything you've got to throw my way.
This is why we're goddamn friends, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why?
Well,
Okay,
that's another
so
reason.
let's see. Let's take back this real quick, and I will show. Where's my camera? There you go. I even have a Stealing Solo hat on. But Nick, this is for you, buddy. Ready? There you go.
Yes. Can I possibly get a larger image of that magnet, please?
You want the whole stack?
No, I don't know. I don't want the whole stack. I want a larger, better quality image.
He
that
wants
I can,
one of those,
I can,
cardboard cutout life-size images.
And,
Nick,
and can I also get some wall prints, please? Some wall prints.
Yeah.
Would you like
also
me
going
to
to
get you
need
some
some
annotape as well?
Cleaner.
So, folks, if your thirst is real like Nick, drink some water. But if you missed out on the comic, you missed out. We're going to be sending that out. I'm getting these. The way it worked is, so I got everything. The magnets are here. But when you order 12,000 magnets, 12,500. They just kind of arrive in big stacks. So I hired somebody to sort the magnets this weekend. So once that gets sorted out, that's it. Then I'm going to start shipping stuff out. Probably Tuesday will be the first day I'm able to get a few things out. So folks, if you backed the comic, thank you very much. It'll be on its way soon to you. And November 4th is when we're going to launch Wokebusters. The Indiegogo will go live then. I will have the email sign up for the new project this coming week.
Let me know when you're going to send that stuff out so I can give you my updated address.
Oh, of course.
I've got a pile of loot with Big Bad Toy Store that is farming right now because I haven't updated my address yet to have them sent here.
Dude, my loot pile from BBTS just shipped. You know what's in it? Those sweet
cool shit.
Oh God, yeah. You know the Playmobil Back to the Future sets?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I got those on the way. So I already had the DeLorean and I had the 2020 Advent calendar, which is the Hill Valley Clock Tower. So then I got Marty's truck and then I got the 2015 Hill Valley Advent calendar. And the only reason I'm buying it isn't because I'm, crazy for Christmas. It's because every day on the Advent calendar is a Back to the Future accessory. So, that scene in Bad Santa where he got a Quaalude or whatever when he opened up the thing. I get a little save the
clock.
Can't all be
winners, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll get a wooden pickle. How's that sound?
Right. Well, right now in my pile of loot, I have the TMNT Retro Rotocast Villains Mutant Module PX. It's the counter to the thing they put out last year, the Comic-Con thing I bought. And apparently I also bought the TMNT Ultimates Wave 3 set of 4 figures for $200 that I forgot that I pre-ordered. But then I remembered, oh yeah, that's right. One night at Camp Kendo, I was drunk mowing the grass and I pre-ordered all these $200 items.
Yes.
So that's how I do things.
I'm proud of you. I got the I want to get the TMNT Ultimates, but I don't collect the way you do. But I did get the Power Ranger equivalent, so we're Super 7 buddies.
Nice.
By the way, Dion, did you see this?
I did. You know what? I think you had actually sent me a picture of it right when the news dropped. So yeah, I did see that.
What the fuck is that?
Dude,
Nick,
I might have to get that.
Okay, so Nick, what this is essentially the crowd-funded action figure of Galactus. It's $400. It has almost 17,000 backers. But the reason it's so expensive, this is a 32-inch action figure, Nick.
Holy shit.
Yeah, with lights and sounds. They did a Sentinel a couple years last year, and it went nuts. I didn't back the Sentinel because our buddy Salvador sent me a different Sentinel. But look at the scale right here. This is a regular Marvel Legends figure that you see on the shelves. And Galactus is that much bigger.
Good God.
I know. I'm really tempted, but I don't think I will.
Dude,
maybe.
I know what you're feeling. they released those 1990 TMNT movie quarter scales. They're like $125 each. I'm like, maybe I can just buy the Raphael. It's like, no, if I do that, I'm going to want the Donatello and the Leonardo and the Michelangelo. And then, God damn it, I'm going to have to get the Foot Soldier and Shredder too. And then your $125 original purchase becomes an $800 purchase.
Did you see April O'Neil's out?
For
the movie?
Oh no, I didn't see that. God, why'd you mention?
You need to be on the lookout for her because she just came out and she's getting pretty popular, and so is Casey Jones. They're doing one with Out a Mask. They got the rights to Elias Koteas finally.
Jeff, you realize I'm salaried now, right? I can't work extra hours to pay for these things.
Folks, if you want to help Kendo fund his Ninja Turtles addiction, you can send stuff care of Kendo to WCBS Show 14320 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 163, Sherman Oaks, California, 91423. All packages addressed to Kendo will go to Kendo. Don't worry, I don't open his mail.
Yeah, we only live a few hours from it. We pretty much live a few hours from each other again for the second time, just in the part of the country. And I can always go to visit him. Although I did see that April O'Neil was trending on Twitter earlier today, and I was worried that maybe Judith Hogue had died. And no, it's just other. Yeah, no, she's a playable character now in the Ninja Turtles game that is coming out this year.
Oh, nice.
I saw that. I thought you were going to tell me it was about the porn star.
Wait, what?
There's a porn star called April O'Neil.
Really?
You didn't know? I'm not even a fan, and I know.
He'll be right back in a little bit.
No, I have.
All right, folks. Kendo's going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
One, I can look that up while still doing the show, and two, I have actually been in a position where I've not had to look anything like that up and for purposes for a while now. So
same, but you don't forget.
Well. Let's go do some research.
But don't forget.
Hang on, I'm doing research.
Hashtag never forget, never surrender.
Never
Infinite Wonder. While Kendo's away washing his tights, Infinite Wonder says, since Star Wars Visions is a Star Wars made by an anime studio, I want to see a DCAU made by an anime studio. Now, Infinite Wonder, when you sent in your super chat earlier, I read that and I got something ready for you. I don't know if you've seen this, but your wish kind of was answered back in 2008. Batman Gotham Knight is a series of shorts done in anime style. And it's available on Blu-ray, DVD. It's $10. It might be on HBO Max, but it is kind of what Star Wars Visions was. Star Wars Visions, in a way, is just a ripoff of that. So
they did do Marvel of that too. They did one where there was Punisher and Black Widow, and then they did an X-Men one. I think they're both on Netflix currently. But I can't remember the name of the studio, but it was the same. It was an anime studio that did their own version of those things. So those, and they're actually pretty good, But you did get some Marvel stuff.
So there you go. Infinite Wonder. Modalicious says, how awesome would it be if to get a Netflix docuseries in a few years on how Marvel and DC collapsed, just like He-Man? Well, Modalicious, the beautiful part is we keep growing, and we could be the people that make it. So, crowdfunded documentaries are just as good as some of the Netflix ones. What's up? You find new toys?
No, I looked up the April O'Neil, and while she's okay looking, I do appreciate Bush, and she does have an interesting, tattoo in that region. But then I found a video apparently where she dresses as April O'Neil and does things with a guy that has the Casey Jones mask on, and it's just like, please stop. And now there's one of her dressed as Bowser banging Mario, and
what?
10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm turning this off. No.
That gives Turtle Power all the meaning, bro.
No. Wait, why is she dressed like Sonic? Sonic the Hedgehog? I like it. Okay, never mind. We're back in.
All right.
We'll pull you out of that black hole you're in, dude. God damn it.
Yeah, no. They took me down a spiral that my mind did not want to go to. And then they decided to exploit Sonic instead. So it's like, okay, never mind. I'm okay with that.
Are they going to have Idris Elba star in the porn sequel?
He's the man.
Well, it will be Idris Elba, but he'll be played by Lexington Steele. So,
Pick and Save has seen 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those are some short guys.
Is it anything like the movie? Because that could be a deal breaker.
Yeah. Jello Man Steve has a question. Jeff, please tell me you tried out pizza when you were in New Haven, Connecticut. Jello Man Steve, I can thankfully tell you I had pizza 3 times in one day. I had, we went to Stateside Pizza. And then we went to, hold on. Let me pull up the places we went to because I went to 3 in one day. And the second one was better than the first. So let's see. What is the New Haven pizza places? Because I don't want to leave you hanging. So we didn't go to Modern. We went to Sally's. Sally's was good. And Frank Pepe's was my favorite. That was the one I thought was delicious. Right? Let me look at the pictures because I ate them like right back to back. So people were thinking, how did you not know? We walked to one and then went to the other.
I haven't had pizza in over a month.
Oh, you're missing out, bro.
I know I'm missing out. Don't tell me. I know.
Yeah, I think Frank Pepe's, that was my favorite one. So, yes, Jello Man Steve, I went. I ate there. It was wonderful. And I would go back in a heartbeat. Joseph Bianowicz says, for Christmas, I'm going to send Dion a subwoofer surround sound system so he can be fully immersed in the sounds of
Buffalo Jeff. Hail WCBS.
No.
So, Dion, when I bought this microphone, you know what the first thing I thought to do to you was?
I'm scared to ask, but yeah.
Be his friend, actually, maybe? I don't know.
Alexa, play Nickelback.
Look, torturing him is being his friend.
Oh, you asshole. Okay.
Think of the horrible things we say.
I can't believe I didn't see that coming.
That was awesome.
Anyway, Adam Walker says, hey.
Oh, dude, that was so good.
Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He says, hey, Jeff, I got one for you guys. So they're remaking Interview with a Vampire, but they're making Louis Black, and it's taking place in the 60s, and he's a pimp that owns a cat house. All right, Nick.
Wait, hold on. Say that all once again real quick.
I got one for you guys. So they're remaking Interview with a Vampire, but they're making Louis Black, and it's taking place in the 60s, and he's a pimp and owns a cat house.
I'm sold on that. That sounds interesting.
Isn't there a comedian named Louis Black?
Yes. He was white.
Yes, he was. He was, white. Wait, hang on. I forgot the song lyric. Never mind. Continue.
We will.
White in origin only.
No, he's not black like Barry White. He's
white
like something black is. That's there. Never mind. Bloodhound.
Wow. Do you want to come back and try that again, Kendall?
Nope, sorry, got April O'Neil going again, and I don't want to keep scrolling, but I do.
Well, Kendall's playing with his own
tennis.
Hang on. Behind the scenes of a lad dick. Okay, so he's a blue guy. Hang on, I gotta share this with you boys. You guys see this.
All right, while you're sharing that, Modalicious says Bruce Campbell plays a better Mysterio. I agree. Now, I wanted to jump back to Adam Walford for a second. Nick, in terms of horror remakes, how excited on a scale of 1 to 10 are you for the Candyman remake?
Is there a negative scale, Jeff? Can this?
Yes, there is. You can go. Our scale goes from 0 to 10, and then 0 to -10.
Negative 10 because I could give 2 fucks about a remake or a reimagine or a redo of Candyman. I just don't care.
Well, would you like to hear what people are scoring the new Candyman?
Oh, I'm sure they're swinging really fucking high, like a 9.8 or some shit like that.
It has a 9 out of 10 on IGN.
Yep. Of course it does. I fucking knew it.
So I wanted to ask you guys this question. They're taking away Candyman's historical relevance. He's from the Civil War era with the white woman. They cut his hand off and all this shit. But now it's more of a modern day police brutality story. Do you think that takes away the impact of Candyman by making it something too modern because it's no longer a fairy tale, a myth, something that, it's kind of, I don't know, it's taken its spread and kind of focused it solely on like the Black experience where before everyone could get involved.
Well, speaking from the old movie and the story standpoint, that was more interesting than this is because that seemed because in the movie he's seen as untangible, as this entity, this boogeyman, this thing, and then he comes to life surprisingly out of fucking nowhere, and he starts terrorizing, Cabrini Green, I think is the place the housing settlement that he wreaks havoc through. And he becomes real, and you see him become real and do these horrible things, and then you're like, oh, he's fucking real. This I think it's too much of reality, and it's too new almost in a way, and it doesn't to me anyways, I don't think it has the same impact as that story did. And plus that story was done by Clive Barker like 30 years ago.
Well, I just saw this pop up, and I thought that was a nice little transition since we're talking about Adam Wofford's Interview the Vampire remake. So one sounds interesting and one doesn't.
Yeah, I mean like I watched Interview the Vampire like one time, and I was like, okay, this is a movie, it's fine, it's okay. But the way that he posed it sounds pretty interesting, and it sounds like something I'd probably watch. But yeah, there's so many remakes and reimagines of all these horror franchises now. It's insane. I mean, I think they're doing another Exorcist show, or they're rebooting Exorcist is what they're doing. They're rebooting the Exorcist franchise entirely.
Yep. Ask me off air. I'll tell you more stuff. I actually know some shit.
That's fucking horrible. Because I mean, like, Exorcist is an iconic fucking movie. It's like it scared the shit out of some people. Some people heard you heard, like, if your parents saw it and you asked them about it, they heard horror stories from their friends going to go see it. It's like, oh, somebody threw up in the theater, somebody passed out, somebody had to leave, somebody brought a Bible in. Like you heard like wild shit when the movie came out, man. It was awesome. It was a whole cultural thing, man. It was great. Now they're gonna redo it, and it's gonna be fucking horrible. It's gonna involve like TikTok stars and iPhones, all kinds of dumb shit. And it's not gonna have the same cultural impact. It's not gonna have the same cultural impact like the old one did. It's just not.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like these franchises that they keep redoing, they had a cultural impact. They're part of of the American pop culture lexicon. To constantly keep bringing them up and keep running them into the ground is not a good thing. Come up with new shit. Because all these horror directors, icons, actors, writers, and everybody, they're dying. They're getting old. We need new people. We need new franchises. We need new stuff.
Nick, where did we share the Candyman prank video?
I'm pretty sure I think we shared it on our Patreon. If we didn't, I'd probably need to upload it there. I think I may have uploaded it to my personal account instead.
Do me a favor, upload it to Vimeo real quick.
Okay.
Because I'm on our Vimeo account, which is, for the stuff. Upload it. I might share a couple seconds of it because people are like, oh, Tony Todd. Yeah, let us show you the time I prank called Tony Todd. It was fucking fun.
All right, let me just let me look for it. I'll give you the link.
Yeah, take your time. Now, TLJ Screwjob says Dion's pitch sounds like Disney's with The Force Awakens. Dion, how does that make you sound?
Like a visionary. Nick, what you're talking about? We need new visionaries. I think that makes me one of them.
I believe in you, sir. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Now, thank you to Jillian N. She says, for Faye Valentine and Cowboy Bebop looks nothing like the original character, and of course, the excuse is they're avoiding the dreaded male gaze. Will they ever learn? We just want them to honor the source material. Now, I pulled something up since you brought, Jillian, since you brought that to our attention. Here's a picture of Faye from the Cowboy Bebop live-action show, and here she is in the comic. So, obviously, the boobs aren't as present, but she looks good in this photo. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just can't really tell. What do you think, Dion?
Yeah, I think she looks good.
Does she pass the Dion test? Would she get it?
Yeah, she gets Dion Green one hard on up.
Now,
the Dion Green mushroom stamp of approval.
Yes.
Since we forgot to do a word this week, let's have our movie title replacement be hard on. So, folks, take a movie title and replace any portion of it with hard on and make us laugh. So,
hard on machine.
How about just Die Hard On?
Yeah.
A fistful of hard on.
Sounds like a Tuesday afternoon for some people.
Hard on, man.
Spider-Man, Far From Hard On.
The Last Man on Hard On.
Oh God.
Hard on razor.
Live Free or Die Hard On. I can't help it.
Live free
or
no,
Hard On.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Live free or hard on.
Full Metal Hard On. There we go. That's the fucking winner.
There it is. Good. Very good.
So I'm with you though, Jillian, in terms of source material. I figure the actors should look like what they're trying to adapt. And if not, you got to spruce them up to look the part. There was the one guy in the Ghost in the Shell movie who played Scarlett Johansson's partner. He was like the cop, the one that lost his eyes and got the implants. I thought he looked pretty good. That is going off memory. But don't worry about the male gaze. Sometimes they don't worry about the female gaze. They put that shit in, right there on screen. And guess what? We don't care. We're not insecure. At least guys, we guys aren't. So we want fair and equal treatment. Quid pro quo, douchebags. TLJ Screwjob says, thank you, Dion. I had a father whose name was Ben Parker, not Tony Stark. What if they bring Uncle Ben into a cameo in Iron Man 6? So we did read that one earlier, TLJ Screwjob. But thank you. Oh, also, Jillian, I haven't watched the Lupin the Third live action movie, but I don't know if they got Fujiko right because her name in Japanese or in English translates from Japanese to Twin Peaks. So even when her joke is about how busty, or her name is based on how busty she is, live action just doesn't do it. 860 Saiyan God says, Peter cracks jokes to throw his enemies off their concentration, and he's also among the smartest people in the Marvel Universe. Reed Richards has complimented how smart he is. Yes. Peter Parker in the comics is a much more well thought out, developed character, probably because he's been around for over almost 60 years at this point, but they took the time to build that. With these movies, but Disney and Sony is just trying to throw, the most profitable version of Spider-Man on screen, and they don't worry about some of those hallmarks. Spider-Man 2 did a fantastic job showing Peter's intelligence. The conversation between Doc Ock and Peter over lunch when they talk about, did Bernoulli sleep when he found the curves of quickest descent? Like, they show Peter as a scientist, or as a science student. He wasn't a scientist yet in the movies, but the reason you can't really fault the films is because every time you get there, it's a goddamn reboot. So, not really the movie's fault. James Dietrich, thank you very much. Peter asks Strange to perform magical brain surgery on billions of people after observing he couldn't control the weather in his own living room. That sounds like a good premise, don't you guys think?
Yeah. Pretty much.
It was so Spider-Man, the fact that he just kept talking and fucking up the thing. It was something you'd read out of a comic, and then you have this big cosmic adventure, and then you get back to the status quo at the end. I guess that's what they're going with this movie. Technical Chet says, in the spirit of Last Action Hero, if you had a magic ticket and you could get into any movie, which movie would you choose? This is an excellent question.
Oh shit.
The question is it the first time I've ever seen it?
No, it doesn't say, but you're going to have... No, you would have to go in and experience it like, oh, I've seen this movie, just like Danny does.
It changes things.
Damn. That's a good one. I think I got to say Star Wars.
Okay.
I'm going to say Batman because I've seen Star Wars on the big screen. I've seen Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, pretty much all my top 5 favorite movies of all time on the big screen. So I'll take Batman.
Nick?
Last House on the Left.
What?
So you just want to live in West Virginia? Cool.
Didn't we just shit on that state not more than 2 hours ago?
Oh no! The state blows, but that I do love that movie. That's one of my favorite horror movies.
You want some crazy ass motherfucker trying to bust in where you're at to kill you?
I mean, the worst part about it is Joel lives there, so I mean,
I want to experience that movie with an audience seeing for the first time. That's what I want.
What if it's you have to watch the movie for the first time with that audience in West Virginia? There's gonna be a lot.
That's gonna be a hard pass. A hard pass.
Good. So, guys, the world I would probably live in, I'm trying to think, because if I pick my favorite movies, it's like, well, you live in Back to the Future. Okay, I live in essentially my neighborhood in the 80s. Oh, you live in Beverly Hills Cop. I live in my neighborhood in 1984. So it's like some of my favorite movies just take place in the real world. But Star Wars seems a little too fucked up unless I could pick a planet. Because if I could pick a planet and whatever, I'll be rich and live on Coruscant. That'd be cool. That's my answer.
No, the
Fuck
rich
Avatar.
planet is that fucking gambling planet that we went to.
Oh, Canto Bite?
Yeah, that's the one.
People only get rich on this doing one thing only.
Yeah.
Showing their titties.
All these old white people, they're all rich. Well, I know a lot of old white people that aren't.
Dion,
Yes.
I don't know if you saw this news, but we have something to talk about, and it's about our favorite cop.
I'd just like to say. Jesus.
Technical error. He's back. Axel Foley's back. Here, let me redeem myself.
Hey, what's the music from? The
There we
fucking
go.
shimmy gets me every time.
You want it again?
Just that look.
Dude, Jeff, look at that
You got
photo. I sent
Boston.
to
Boston
Jack.
can't afford to get hard.
What'd you say, Kendo?
Based on what you just sent there, look at the photo I sent to our little group there, and it'll make you smile on the inside.
What is this? All the CDs you just bought? Oh shit!
Well, that's all the
Yeah, Beverly
CDs
Hills
I
Cop
brought
1
with
and
me.
2, the scores.
Yes, I moved, and the only CDs I brought were my Iron Maiden CDs and the 2 Beverly Hills Cop soundtracks.
Oh, glad that Axel Foley found a way into your heart. I'm not going to on this stream, but in my one tote that I brought from Ohio, I have all my random Beverly Hills Cop collectibles and all the Pokemon cards. So it's a nice trip down memory lane.
Very nice, very nice.
So, boys, Beverly Hills Cop 4 was in the news. Beverly Hills Cop 4 is one step closer to beginning production for Netflix. According to Deadline, the long-awaited fourth installment of the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, which will see Eddie Murphy reprise his role as Detective Axel Foley, will receive $15.8 million in tax credits from California. Yay. The Netflix and Paramount film joins 13 independent and 9 other non-independent projects to receive tax credits. Wait. Including Brian Grazer and Selma Hayek's Escape and Kenya Barris's White Men Can't Jump. They're remaking White Men Can't Jump?
Wow.
Why? We've already established that White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah, that's a really bold move in 2021.
Yeah, it's like, what's the next step? White men can't jump and do layups. Oh,
It's going to make $1 billion this time.
Oh,
no, it's not. It's going to
I
be
know.
the same stupid thing.
Well, dude, White Men Can't Jump was a huge hit. It had a $31 million budget, but it made $90 million.
That's because it was, one, a very fun movie featuring Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, who was hot at the time, and 2, true.
I didn't realize that Alex Trebek was in that film.
I've only watched it once, so until you mentioned that, I did not realize that either.
He plays himself. So back to Axel Foley, though, the reason we're here. How do we feel about Beverly Hills Cop 4? I know we praise parts 1 and 2 constantly, but 3 shit the bed.
The problem is that Netflix is doing it, and Netflix has it. Right. Yes, he did Dolomite, and Dolomite was really well done and fun. And if he has that kind of control and can do that again with Beverly Hills Cop, we may have a chance. But I'm worried once again, it's Netflix.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, the other thing too is Coming to America too. Is what we're.
That's also
terrible.
Which once again, I haven't watched it, and I'm saying you guys worried about it that it's bad. So
it's not shit, but it's sure as hell not great.
Yeah. So,
dude, the number of times I've turned on the streaming service and one of the commercials is for that movie, I'm like, Jeff said it was not good. I'm not going to watch it. I trust my friend's opinion.
And here's the thing: if Beverly Hills Cop 4 comes out and it's bad, we're going to praise Beverly Hills Cop 3 as being like, we're going to praise them. We're going to praise the trilogy. Basically, it's going to be like, oh, these are the 3 good movies. The 4th one doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't want to live in a world where Beverly Hills Cop 3 is not the bad one.
I don't want to live in a world where I have to watch Beverly Hills
Max,
Cop 3.
fuck it up for everybody.
All right, party's over. Oh God!
I only brought a handful of movies with me, and Beverly Hills Cop, the trilogy Blu-ray, is one of the things I brought with me, and I'll watch 1 and 2 every day of the week. I can't bring myself to watch 3. I still haven't. I've never watched that movie. It's like I have my Die Hard, set here too. I'll watch 1, 2, and 3 any day of the week. 4, I watched it once. It's okay. I won't watch 5. I won't.
Listen, just because Serge is in it, it has a soft spot in my heart. But holy shit, is 3 bad? 3 is so bad.
I know, and because I respect you guys and your opinions so much, I've never opened up that forbidden door to watch Beverly Hills Cop 3. I'm like, I can't do it.
You definitely don't want to watch it alone. You definitely don't want to watch it alone. No, I mean, outside of Serge, and he went over there. Those are the only like really funny parts. And,
that's true.
And then they do that. He kills cops for a living. That's kind of funny, but it's just Billy being a dumb asshole the whole time, and
no Taggart at all. No, nowhere.
Yeah, because he's retired in Arizona.
Yeah.
Unless you got fucking Hector Elizondo.
Yep.
Unless you tell me.
Well, they're trying to make it where like he's one of the guys, and he's just not.
Yeah, it was weird. Like you can't just all of a sudden have like this other guy in there. It's like, yeah, just because he's a cop, it's like, yeah, he knows what's going on. It's like, no, he doesn't. He's not part of it.
Yeah, there's other white dude who kind of looks like Taggart. It's like clearly it's not Taggart though.
Yeah, it's just this is not working out.
No, Kendo, I want you to see something real quick though. Because we're all friends, right? And you said you trust us?
Oh
God. I do, but I've seen some things tonight that I don't like.
Well, you might not like this one. I can't promise anything, but you ready?
Oh shit! This thing! Oh my god!
Yeah. I don't see nothing. It's loaded, and then there's
hold
nothing
on,
there.
man.
I see the background.
I just wanted you to see George Lucas.
No. Who's the chick that's the brunette? Looks like if she wasn't pulling out, I just smelled something bad face. She might be cute.
Excuse me.
Hey!
He can't act.
He's trying so hard right there. He's trying to emote that he's angry, and he just can't.
That's the level of quality acting you get in Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Oh god.
Okay,
well, I will. That scene where he has to like get the kids off that whole ride is kind of impressive. But once again, like there are parts of that movie that are like fun, but overall, it's not that good.
No, not at all. So. Okay, we just came off the super chat, so we'll talk about something else. Guys, have you heard about this man? He's been known to be called the savior of Star Wars, one Mr. Jon Favreau. Are you a fan?
I mean,
I am as of right now of the second, but I feel like you're gonna change that for me.
Yeah, the way you presented that made me sound like that I'm standing on a trap door and it's about to drop.
Yep.
Are you?
Leon's always got a tram door behind him.
Easy.
No, bitch!
Speaking of,
so guys, Jon Favreau.
Yes.
The Mandalorian creator and executive producer Jon Favreau recently touted Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy and her work on The Mandalorian Season 2. Favreau's praise came during the recent release of the second episode of Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian, titled Making of Season 2 Finale. Favreau opened the episode stating, there's an interplay with some storytellers and the people you're trying to tell the story to. You find the emotions run very deep with Star Wars, and people's relationships, especially people who grew up with it from a very young age, feel a lot of connection to it. He continues, I think one of the consistent things I'm feeling is that people care deeply, that it's being handled correctly, and it's being handled respectfully. It means so much to them that they want to see it continue into the future and feel like it's all connected with consistency. Favreau then went on to praise Kathleen Kennedy. And we're very lucky that between Lucasfilm and Kathy, we got a whole group that wanted to have incredibly supportive and encouraging. So,
yeah, I bet.
Now, Jeff.
Hey, Favreau. Your knee pads are showing, and there's something on your upper lip, buddy. Wipe it the fuck off.
Jeff.
Yes.
I look. Say what you will. I have it on very good authority that Kathleen Kennedy is being fired this week. So anything that Jon Favreau says about her, let's take it with a grain of salt because she's not.
Now hold on.
By the end of the week.
I heard she's getting her contract renewed after months of she's fired tomorrow. Now she's renewed. What?
No. It's just a rumor. She might be renewed, but I've heard she's being fired this week.
I heard she's fired right now.
I heard she was fired yesterday.
I heard she's been fired for 3 months. There's a robot that's taking her place.
She was fired at the beginning of the year. We just don't know yet because we're caught in the ether.
Somebody that I won't name started promoting this shit in 2018, and guess what? She's still fucking here. So thank you. You're the one that started this bullshit. Yeah, so Kathleen Kennedy, Jon Favreau. What is Star Wars anymore, guys?
It's a
flip of a coin.
It's a dead horse in the side of the road, is what it is.
I was gonna say I don't know. I really don't know what Star Wars. I guess okay. Look, Star Wars is whatever you want it to be. There you go.
It used to be that. Kendo, but now it's not. Now it's this corporate dead horse that they keep fucking beating.
Listen, I have the original trilogy with me, and I have the prequel trilogy with me. That's all that exists.
That's fine. Also, The Mandalorian, the first season was great. The second season sucked because it was a setup for Marvel's fucking splooge into more Star Wars bullshit.
And Baby Yoda has been merchandised to the nth degree to where the character has soured. It's not even that the character soured. It's just the character was so in your face for so long. And there's a reason Targets across the country are clearancing out Baby Yoda.
I can attest to that. There are people that
you're only saying that because you're an adult and you're old enough to not piss your pants. So just,
I mean, bro, we've been
two
drunk
things
together.
can be true at once.
Yeah.
What Dion is saying is true, and Jeff is right. I know people who are casual Star Wars fans that have Baby Yoda stuff on their desks. I'm not going to say how I know these things, but I've been called into several offices.
Thank you, Kendo.
Do you Kendo, do you cringe a little bit every time you see it on someone's desk? You're just like,
The first time, no, because the person who's the HR person whose office I was called into, no, it wasn't disciplinary. I wasn't in trouble. It was just like, oh yeah, we've talked about Star Wars before, and they're an OT person from way back because she was an older lady, and I'm like, oh, this was during season 1. It's like, I get it. You like Baby Yoda. I mean, we all like Baby Yoda. But then recently it's been more like, you're younger than I am. You only like Baby Yoda because he's cool. Okay. Never mind. I'm leaving. That's all you got. Oh, that's it. I'm not. Okay. Thank you. I've never been in trouble any time in my life except once, but that's not the important. The important thing is everybody likes Baby Yoda.
That's true.
So, Jon Favreau, Star Wars, yay. What do you guys think about Fire Spray? Dion, they got rid of Slave 1 because the word slave might be offensive to people like us. Were you ever offended?
No, I wasn't offended. It was one of the things that made it cool. Like, ooh, that's a dark name for a fucking bounty hunter that's feared across the galaxy. Slave 1, I dig it. But again, apparently we're throwing praise to Kathleen Kennedy, who, remember, kids, if you forgot, Force is female.
Mm-hmm. yeah.
So, okay.
She gendered the Force. Force.
I will say, look. As a woke white person in the 21st century, I'm offended by it in favor of everybody else. Okay, so there you go. My cross to bear. I'm offended about it on everyone else's behalf.
Hey, Kendo, don't look outside. There are white Jeeps out there for you.
Where? Wait, that's just my
Jeep. Be right back.
Sacrifice with me.
Yeah, I have to vote a certain way or Emmett Till will be mad.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Emmett Till's gonna come and kick my ass.
Yeah, Emmett Till's gonna fuck me up if I don't vote the way he wants me to.
I voted for the wrong person. Emmett Till was outside my house. He said, "I'm gonna kick your ass later."
Oh wait, well, Dion, now you said the line. I guess I gotta press the button. Fuck, this is for Emmett, folks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick your ass later.
Oh God! If only there was a camera on us while we were watching that movie, we would have Patreon content for the ages.
Listen, everyone that said that Tales from the Hood 2 was good, I want them to rewatch it and put a camera on them because there ain't a motherfucker alive that was going to stick to that narrative today. I tell you that.
I want them to rewatch it with somebody who is black and has a white spouse with a mixed child right there.
Yeah.
Because essentially the entire motif, the message of that entire segment is you shouldn't marry someone that doesn't look like you and have children that are a cross of those two things.
No,
That's
I
the only
remember.
thing I got out of that.
I remember that last segment. Dion's like, I'm gonna rip out my own fucking throat if so and so happens, and it happens. He's like, fuck it, I'm gone.
No. Yeah, he
was-
literally looks at us and goes, I'm going to rip my own throat out if Ben Gresver shows up. And they start panning the camera. And there's Emmett Till. There's the little girls that got blown up in Birmingham. There's Martin Luther King. And there's Med Grabbers. And I looked at Dion straight in the eye and said, there you go.
I was like, yo, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Fuck you, Rondi Cundy.
That's right, Dion. All those civil rights people died so you couldn't marry a white woman.
Yep. They say, yo, black ass, you ain't sacrificing with us, brother.
How do you think I felt? I'm the product of the shit.
Exactly. Your ass should be alive, apparently.
Oh
Rusty
my
hates
god.
you.
Oh jeez. It was
funny.
it was funny as hell seeing Kendo's face because he was like really tense watching it the whole time.
Yeah, it's like I can't scoot this way on the couch because they'll be mad at me. I can't scoot this way because I'm in Dion's reach. I don't know what's happening here. But suddenly I feel like my friends hate me.
Yeah, like he wanted to go pee, but he's like, no, I'm holding it till the end.
Yeah, it was the worst birthday ever. Thanks, guys.
Oh God. Hey, listen, we watched Black Dynamite. It was fun. Your mom
I
made ribs.
know.
They were delicious after I got to get home and eat them.
Yeah, my mom.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We experienced that movie together as friends. We get to talk about it on this podcast and tell everybody what a horrible, horrible time it was. And it's funny. So
that's literally the only good thing to come out of that fucking movie.
Yeah,
No,
we
the
made
best part was-
we made a memory, but it wasn't a good one.
Dude, the best part was it was pure silence for like 10 minutes, and then Dion turns and looks at everybody. Well, this is pretty heavy-handed. Like, okay, I feel slightly better right now.
Yeah, like because I was watching it too, and I was like, "Is this heavy-handed? Am I just not getting this?" Or what? And then he says, "I'm like, okay, good, all right, good. We're on the same page. We're cool. We're cool."
Like,
All right.
It was like a joke. I thought we were watching like a really shitty YouTube skit or something.
It looked
You
like
were?
a spoof of those types of movies.
So, Dion, we were talking about the Star Wars and slavery and everything. I got an idea. People in the chat have been talking about this, but let's do this from now on. Every time the word slave or slavery would come up, replace it with fire spray.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh
spray?
man, this chick was sold into fire spray and, stolen from her family. What does that mean? I don't know. Ask Disney.
Yeah.
Listen, man, it's a good thing that Abraham Lincoln was president. He really ended fire spray.
Yeah. The fire
That sounds like
was
a
big deal in
like a goddamn
1700s.
TikTok trend. I swear to God, it's fire spray. All right, kids, whatever, burn yourselves.
Yeah, folks.
Weren't they lighting themselves on fire on Vine?
Yeah.
They probably were.
TikTokers aren't very smart.
Folks, one of the seminal moments in television history, one of the biggest audience that ever showed up for a television serial was when Roots came out, and it was an expose on fire spray.
When are we getting
Man,
our
LeVar Burton, when he was Kunta Kinte in that fire spray movie, it's good time.
That's right. I felt really, really empathetic to all those people that dealt with fire spray in the 16 and 1700s.
Now, speaking of LeVar Burton and fire spray, did you guys hear about Jeopardy losing their host and how people are taking it up that they want LeVar Burton to be the permanent host?
I mean, it turned out Mike Richards was more like Michael Richards.
God damn. Well said, Kendo.
Well, I mean, one got canceled for a good reason. The other one got canceled for a stupid reason. But either way, we might get LeVar Burton out of it. And then, I mean, I don't have.
I don't know.
complaints.
I
love
don't know. After what he said about cancel culture, I'm just kind of like,
Dude, my opinion of him is based solely on the fact that I watched him host Jeopardy and I didn't think he did a good job.
He didn't.
Yeah, he wasn't great.
No. I look at it this way. LeVar Burton.
Unless every time he walks out singing the first verse of Reading Rainbow, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it this way. LeVar Burton taught a bunch of us that reading is cool and we should enjoy it. And reading gives you knowledge. What better way to continue that by as an adult, as he is now in his middle age, going towards his twilight years, because he is an older gentleman, teaching us that knowledge is even better now that you're an adult. Look, he went. Exactly. He taught us to read. He taught us to read. Now he's teaching us how to answer things in the form of a question. I love it. LeVar Burton all day.
LeVar Burton all day. Yes, outside of Jeopardy. Reading Rainbow Jeopardy edition. There we go.
Yeah, that'd be fine with. Yeah, but I don't know.
So, folks, when your children come home from school, or if you are children in school and your teachers say, today we're going to talk about the slaves in Egypt, remember, folks, it's the fire sprays in Egypt that built the pyramids.
That's right.
I don't specifically deal with that subject matter in my line of work, but I'll suggest it at the next meeting.
Deal.
Look.
No. Seriously, Ken, no, don't do that. We want you to keep your job. God damn it!
Like, look here, history teachers. I mean, history purveyors of knowledge. You have to call it fire spray. I feel like I'll be in another office where I'll have to look at Baby Yodas.
Now, guys, I forgot to put this on screen when we were talking about Beverly Hills Cop. We're going to start playing a game every week, folks, where we have to pick one of these 4 things and you tell us your choice. So this week it's favorite movie cop. Martin Riggs, John McClane, Marion Cobra, Cobretti, or Axel Foley. You know my answer is Axel.
God.
Actually, no, my answer is John McClane.
Yeah, see, I asked for clarification on this earlier, and I was told I could pick a TV series, but I apparently can't, so now I'm going to pick McClane.
Well, no, you can actually, if you would like to tell us your favorite movie or favorite fictional cop, tell us, and then just pick one of these.
Okay. Well, Dion knows my answer because I suggested that I dress like these 2 cops at the next convention we work together.
Yes.
And my favorite cop of all time on the big screen or little screen is Jimmy McNulty. I feel like I have so much in common with this guy. But my favorite cop in the movies got to be John McClane.
He's great.
Mm-hmm.
I do really like Cobra though. Like I really like Cobra.
Hey Dion, sing
Working
us
so
song.
hard, trying to make a living, working all day, gotta keep hustling.
Did I even get those words out fully before you started singing that?
Nope, because I knew where you were going, buddy.
Because like I bought the movie on Blu-ray recently and I watched it. I was like, this is a good fucking movie. I'm just like.
So what you're telling me is you must love Beverly Hills Cop since Cobra's just the remnants of Beverly Hills Cop.
Sure, I'll take that entirely. That's fine. That's entirely fine.
Apparently there's a Mandalorian video game that leaked. Probably fake, but it did leak. It's not even a leak. The new Batman has been shown in more detail, and we have a transcript of that in just a moment. But before we get into that, anything else you guys want to say about favorite cops?
Axel all day. I love me some Axel. I really, really do. My man went all the way to fucking Beverly Hills to find the guy that killed his best friend. One of my favorite parts of that movie. So many good ones, but Axel's my go-to.
Perfect. So, folks, we're going to check in with you in just a second.
Oh, God damn it, now!
Okay, right now it is.
Now it is.
TLJ Screwjob has a question. Ethical question about Jeff for Dion. If Jeff says the gamer word, are you happy the black half said it or angry the white half said it?
All I can say is he didn't sacrifice with us, is all I can say.
That's right. Emmett Till is not happy.
I'm on my own island here, man. Not by choice.
Rusty hates your existence.
All joking aside, Dion, I don't think we've ever said that to each other.
No.
Ever. We've been friends for over a decade.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is just not how it's like. Not even for the show. It's like we just don't operate that way. We're sorry to be disappointed.
How the real world actually works.
Yeah, we're not that hard. We're kind of like Key and Peele, except nobody sold out. Did Michael Key end up with a white woman?
Yeah.
We're just like Key and Peele then.
There you go. As far as I know, I thought Jordan's girlfriend was white. I thought.
Oh, it's Chelsea Peretti. She's famous.
There you go.
Yeah, they're married.
Ooh.
Yeah. So let's see. Keegan Michael Key is married. Has been married twice. Both white.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's
good
just
for you,
reinforced
Keegan
everything I
Michael
was
Key.
telling you guys before the show.
Dion, on a scale of 1 to Lena Dunham, what do you think of Keegan Michael Key's wife? I'm about to pull her up right now on screen.
I hate how the fact that was prefaced with 1 to Lena Dunham. That's a low bar.
Shouldn't have, yeah, it should be Lena Dunham to 10. Like that's
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not the
Okay.
only one thinking that.
Yeah, because 1 to Lena Dunham is just like that's not a fucking choice. That's a
It's like, would you rather be shot in the knee or the elbow?
Yeah, that's a torture situation.
Right.
So Grumpy Old Bastard says, James Dietrich says, I want Peter to make a comeback from the multiverse with a Spider-Gwen waifu pill that MJ can't stop talking about or stop asking him about. That would be weird.
That'd be funny. I'd dig it.
I'd laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Grumpy Old Bastard says, just wanted to point out that Disney thinks it's wrong to call a fictional starship Slave One, but it's okay to do business with a country that uses slavery in real life.
Well, yeah,
they're not wrong.
That's the rub.
Welcome to Hollywood. Welcome to Hollywood.
Weird.
It kind of hurts reading that because there's a lot of truth there. It's kind of ugly.
A lot of truth.
Yeah, buddy.
Do we really need to get into the Chinese concentration camps where they keep?
No, we can pass this week.
Okay.
Dixon Cider says we're. The stuff that's coming is making me laugh. Dixon Cider says we're having an 18+ anime convention at the end of the month. If they have horse dongs, do you want me to get one for Dion?
Yes. Why is that even a question? That's not a question. That is just
First of all, 18+ anime convention questions.
Yes.
Why are they selling
so many
horse
questions
dongs?
with that?
Why are they selling horse dongs? Second question. Basically, it's gonna be a bunch of fat white dudes and a lot of athletic black dudes trying to hit on all the white anime girls. That's all it's gonna be.
Athletic black dudes.
So you best that up. It's gonna be a bunch of fat white dudes and semi-athletic black dudes hitting on the 3 white girls that are there.
There you go, Kendo. Thank you.
Yes.
I just want to know what the vendor that sells horse dongs also sells. Because it's such an oddly specific toy.
That is a legitimate question.
It's not like they're selling funnel cakes and horse dongs.
I almost want pictures, but then again, I don't want pictures.
No, funnel cakes and horse dogs. God damn it!
I want to see the vendor booth or whatever table where that's like it's like fucking poppy sticks, horse dongs. Like where does this come in? What's happening here?
Dude, I want our store to be funnelcakesandhorsedongs.com.
Hey, I bought
a
all
way
these
different
URLs.
online
Let's get that
experience
one.
than you planned for.
Dude, we could have it like where you go to worldclassbullshitters.com and it's just shop and it just transfers you to funnelcakesandhorsedongs.com. I want that to be like our online store. I can't buy a funnel case or a horse dong from this website. No, you can't, but it's funny.
Folks, if you want to meet Dion in person and bring him a horse dong, we'll be there too. Come to Horror Hound Cincinnati, September 10th through the 12th, at the Sharonville Convention Center. We'll have a table, we'll have our banner. We might have a couple extra things, some extra stealing solos. So if you missed out, you might be able to get one. But you can meet us, you can meet Robert Englund and all these other celebrities that are gonna scroll on screen right now as we talk.
Hey, do you guys really want to buy that domain? Because we can do it right now.
How much is it?
It's really fucking inexpensive, apparently.
I'll buy it now. Hold on. Send me the URL.
Okay.
You guys can take over the show for a minute. Yeah, Nick, keep sending it. But Horror Hound, guys. Lape is making us a beer. It's Brewsexico. Kendo will have to... Actually, you know what? We're not going to christen it Brewsexico because if you can't drink it right away, Kendo, I don't think that's fair. Do you? I guess not. Beep boop.
Beep boop, yeah.
There we go. Let's get Dion another turkey costume. Should we do that on air?
Well, yeah, kind of have to now.
Of course.
Oh, hold on. Let me make sure. Let me just pull up. We'll look together. Oh my God. What kind of turkey costume do we want to get? You want to get the same one, Dion, or you want something better?
Preferably better if I got a choice.
Is there something a little bit more regal? You know, with some gold filament we can get. You know, something a little bit more. You know.
Well, folks, if you'd like to partake and send Dion a costume to wear to meet Billy Zane, you guys have that power. But this is what we got so far. There's a turkey
come on.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Hold on, I got it. Let's look up inflatable costumes.
There you go.
Because you don't have to be a turkey, Dion.
This is true. This is also true.
Holy shit! You could... Kendo, I think I found an inflatable costume for you, buddy.
Is it a turtle?
It's as on brand as Ninja Turtles for Kendo. You guys ready?
Yep.
Excellent.
You thought I was going to give you something shitty.
No, I'm not Dion, so I know I won't be dressed up weird.
That's true.
Wait, hold on. Adult inflatable Cartman costume, Nickelodeon South Park. What the hell?
I guess because they're all owned by Paramount and Viacom, but yeah, that's a dumb way to describe South Park.
That kind of makes so that makes sense because I have recently broke down and bought the cock because they've decided they want to have extra Premier League matches this year featuring the team I watch. And I noticed there was a lot of CBS shows that were on the Cock Network. And I'm like, wait a second. How do they have all this stuff? Because these belong to CBS. So
Paramount Plus and Peacock are very similar. I wouldn't be surprised if down the road we found out we were paying for the same streaming service twice.
Probably. That's how they get you.
Get him the unicorn.
I was just going to click on the unicorn or the alien sexual encounter. How would you feel about getting assaulted by an alien, Dion?
Depends. If it's a Sigourney Weaver alien or similar, I'm all in. If it's the alien and Sigourney Weaver alien, not so much.
No.
It's this
Looks
alien
like
right
one of
here.
those three
It's
Roswell
the one
motherfuckers from down the road.
No.
Not the neighbors. Not the neighbors. Nope. That's too much.
It's the one from Species. That's who it is.
Okay, so we each need to get a pig costume, and we should be the Pig and a Poke crew from the fucking National Lampoon's European Vacation. We'll be pigs. Wink, wink. I fucking love that movie. All right, Dion. So you have many choices. I think Mr. Potato Head's a good choice.
I think that's a good one. That's solid. But I want to be able to see my. I want to see my face. You know,
Yeah. We gotta know it's Dion. If it's Mr. Potato Head, it's gonna be awkward.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just laughing at all the possibilities of Dion in an inflatable suit.
Thanks.
It's fun, bro. It's fun. So I was taking care of something behind the scenes, and now we have funnelcakesandhorsedongs.com.
Son of a bitch! I was trying to buy it myself. I'm literally on GoDaddy.com about to spend $30 to buy it for 2 years.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
No, you bought it out from underneath me. I was going to buy it and give it to us anyway, so it works.
Dude, I own so many surprising URLs. Dustin and I used to talk about if you could time travel, you should go back in time and buy URLs and then sell them to companies. So I was like, wait, these are really good URLs I should own. So you'd be surprised which ones I bought.
Oh no,
dude,
and even then, shit. Like there's even I know that on GoDaddy there's a way you can sell them on there. Like you can put them up for sale for sure. So
yeah, dude, there's stories of like people that have gone on there in days that like the URL expires. They'll buy like DallasCowboys.com and then they'll have to sell it to Jerry for like $1 million or something like that.
Jerry, no thank you.
No, Jerry Jones can afford more than $1 million. Sell it to that fucker for 10.
Yeah.
And Zeke,
I was like, Jerry Jarrett could maybe only afford $1 million. All right. We'll talk about wrestling, folks, in just a moment. While we're waiting, TLJ Screwjob says, yeah, Kendo, I only know about April O'Neil as April O'Neil because of the Cinema Snob reviews of it.
I am not. Wait, Cinema Snobs reviewed porn?
Oh, God, he reviews tons of porn.
Oh, I was unaware of that.
Yeah, I met the Cinema Snob once. He was super fucking nice.
Well, I mean, anybody that spends all day reviewing porn should be nice.
He's little though. I
That
actually saw
also
him
makes
horror
sense
now.
as to why he's watching so much porn.
Yeah, well, he's probably got one buff arm. Cesare Japan says there's also a Batman manga by Japanese manga Kia Asamaya. Also, did Kendo find live action Bowser at Rule 34? Get Robin here, Jeff.
Oh, I very well could have. All I know is Bowser was fucking Mario in a way that I've never seen Bowser fuck Mario before, whether I was playing the game or not.
Was he using his 10-inch turtle?
No. Surprisingly, he wasn't. He was just on top of him, going to town.
Yeah, Naked Fame. I'm sure he has a really strong handshake.
There was no flower power going on. There was no fireballs.
No.
Well, there might have been two.
No cash and prizes.
Cash and prizes.
Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He says, I would visit Star Trek The Next Generation long enough to steal all the medical information and cures for all the sickness and give it to everyone for free.
Thank you.
I never took into account that I could bring shit back with me because that's going to change my answer. I don't want to just go to Coruscant to hang out. If I can do that and bring back technology, the holodeck just sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Like you never need to do anything again.
I'd bring back one of those things that can manipulate the lottery numbers.
Oh, from Diamonds Are Forever.
Oh, the slot machine ring? Yep. That's an amazing ring.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, oh, look, I hit the jackpot again. God, I'm just so lucky.
I made $1 billion in quarters in 1976. Here's how you can too.
Like, no, just cash in most of these. The rest of them I want to leave in rolls so I can punch people out and then pay them off with my copious amounts of money.
There you go. And then Jeff, you invest in Apple and Microsoft.
Now, Headcase Laboratory, we will read your super chat in a moment because that is the perfect transition. TLJ Screwjob says the best part was that you watched Black Dynamite and then just got to the Shang Tsung treatment from Tales from the Hood 2. Your soul is mine.
That's fucking true, man. Yeah, it was. And here's the thing. We didn't tell anything. We didn't prerequisite Kendo about Black Dynamite at all. We didn't tell him anything about it. We just said this is a blaxploitation movie. It's really funny. We watched it before. We're gonna watch it with you. That's all we said.
Yeah, and I thought it was actually a real blaxploitation film from like long ago until they got to the scene where they were talking to all the pimps. I'm like, wait a second, I know that guy, and I know that guy, I know that guy, I know that guy. These guys are like recent actors. That's Cedric Yarborough. How is this from the 70s? Wait, Tommy Davidson? He ain't that old.
Yeah, so, but no, once again, that movie's fucking awesome. I'm still waiting for Michael J. White to complete his second one of that, from that genre, whenever the fuck he feels like it.
You guys want to know something cool?
What's up?
My daddy says my mom says my daddy's name is Black Dynamite.
Shut your mouth, little girl. Lots of cats named Black Dynamite.
Dude, that's my favorite part of the whole fucking movie. My mama says my daddy's name is Black Dynamite. Oh, shut your mouth, little girl.
I think the cartoon is still on Hulu. Check it out if you can. It's fucking hilarious. It's so much fun.
Naked Fame says the best film cop is Frank Drebin. The chat has spoken.
Oh my god!
Oh, never mind. Yeah, there you go. That's the
God damn it! I forgot.
That all right. Yeah, he wins. Frank Drebin is the best movie cop of all time. R.I.P. Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, yes, fucking love that guy. Always had white hair. Always had fucking white hair.
I've never known him to have any hair but white hair.
Ever since fucking prom night, man.
Nick, I know most people fall in love with Leslie Nielsen from The Naked Gun, but I think of Leslie Nielsen from Creepshow, and I'm unsettled with how fucking cruel he was in that movie.
Yeah, because because I grew up with him, with all those funny parodies and things like that too. And then all of a sudden, I think I watched Creepshow in high school, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, he was super creepy then, because I'm just like, he's really selling it, and he's doing a good job. And this is just really difficult to watch.
Oh, dude, watch. Okay, so I remember him as a kid watching like the Naked Gun movies at my grandparents' house, and then Dracula Dead and Loving It, and then I saw Airplane.
Goddamn, Dracula Dead and Loving It is a Dracula Dead and Loving It is a hidden Mel Brooks gem. That everybody should watch because it's so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude,
oh my god.
Good. And then like I saw him in Airplane, and then the same thing as an adult, I saw him in the Creepshow movie, and I'm like, whoa, Mind blown.
Yeah.
Nick, did I ever tell you about the Creep Show poster I was working on?
I'm sorry, what?
The Creep Show poster. Remember when I used to do horror artwork?
Yeah.
So I had an idea. It was a poster that was going to be framed like a comic book page, and each row was going to be 5 panels that tell the entire story of each movie. But I watched it. I watched it like 50 times. I got all the dialogue transcribed. I just never made it. But that was one of those projects I wanted to make. So
That's awesome.
Creep Show.
That would have been really cool.
Well, down the road, we'll get a license or something and do it officially.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's some Creep Show. There you go, Dr. Coffin. That's for you, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah. It was funny because I was on the beach recently and I thought of that. I was like, this reminds me of this right now.
Dude, that's the first thing I said when I was in Connecticut on the beach. I was like, shit, it's like Creep Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we need one more like to hit 300 likes tonight, and we'll keep on rolling with the show. Now, Technical Chet, this is next level. He says, I'm a fire spray for you. Man, that really changes the flow of that Britney Spears song.
Wow.
Free Britney.
Is she okay?
You know what? I don't know. I really don't know. I keep hearing that,
here's hoping, I guess.
Yeah, I keep hearing she's a fire spray to her parents who have some weird conservatorship over her. But it's like Brittany is the same age as like me, or maybe a little bit older. So she's, pushing that over the hill point. And wait, why is she not in charge of her own shit? Because I am. Why isn't she? Not even famous. Well, it's her.
Yeah, it's because of her mental breakdown. They had all this stuff going on where she, once again she went crazy, and they need somebody to take over her money so she didn't want anything stupid. So the courts got involved, and
as much money as she had, it takes a lot of stuff that is stupid to spend it all.
Yeah,
true.
I'd be willing to try.
Same. Hey, Elon, if you want to give us the exact amount that Britney Spears had, we can burn it in record time. We will live stream the whole thing, folks. If you would
we gave each of these guys $500 million, and they've spent $100 million. It's only on action figures. I'm not sure what's happening.
we would buy a Big Bad Toys for real fucking quick.
Guys, you know what we could do?
What?
Outside of like I said, we're buying toys all day.
Dude, we should, with our $500 million each, we should buy up every domain and just change everything to funnelcakesandhorsedongs.com. And that's how you go to Amazon.
Dude, you had me at horse dongs.
Hey, okay. Dion, are you back? We had you at horse dongs too. While Dion stepped away for a second, we had a super chat from, we'll read Samurai Vaders in a moment. TLJ Screwjob says, instead of Jedi Knight and Master, they need to change them since Knight is a European term and Master, well, same as Slave 1.
So Jedi Knight and Fire Spray?
So Jedi Trainer and Jedi Superior, like that?
No.
Yeah, it's like working in corporate America in 2019.
There you go.
Jedi hourly employee and Fire Spray.
Jedi hourly and Jedi salary. There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
He's a fire spray worker.
Yeah,
worker.
He's fire sprayed. Yeah, he got promoted recently. He's now fire sprayed. Employed. So,
isn't that Peter North's sci-fi name, Kendo?
Fire spray? I mean, it could be if he's got the clap.
Killa says live-action anime that was good. Kenshin. I haven't seen Kenshin. Have you guys?
Nope.
Sean Carter sends in a super chat that's accurate. If the holodecks were real, they'd be cum-stained messes.
100% true.
Yep.
Fuck OnlyFans. Holodecks would be the way to go.
That's right.
Hey, Dion, are you back yet? Because Samurai Vader sends in a super chat that says, hello, all my world-class N-words. Also, hi, Dion.
Jeff?
Whoa.
Jeff?
Yeah.
What's a Nubian?
Well, Kendo, let me tell you.
This doesn't work on
I
me.
hate. Yeah, good. Now, there is one thing, not to honey dick the audience, but there was one thing I wanted to talk about before we get into the wrestling segment, and that is the Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman. We saw the image last year with a little footage. It was whatever. I'm not a fan of the suit, but the movie could be good. But CinemaCon is happening right now, and there's a little bit of information. You guys ready to hear about it?
Yes.
Yes, Jeff, I am turgid.
Good. Bruce Wayne walls to ominous piano music. For some reason, Batman has always stood as one of the major characters of the 20th century, Pattinson says. We see him in the cowl, removing it. He says it's radically different from other Batman movies. Reeves said we haven't seen anything grounding it the way Year One does. It's not an origin story, but it is Batman in his early days. Footage shows Batman beating up goons set in red light, explosions, police officers, and dark chaos. He's really working out of rage, Pattinson says. All the fights seem very personal. He uses various weapons to beat down enemies. A shot shows Andy Serkis's Alfred. The Batmobile drives with flames coming from its exhaust. We can't wait for you to see the Batman in theaters next year, Reeves says. So,
I have a question.
Yeah.
So Andy Serkis is.
Do what now?
Yes, Andy Serkis is. Okay, he beat pooped out pretty hard.
Yeah, he did.
How about now? Am I here?
There you
Am I
go,
here?
Kendo. Now you're back.
So if Andy Serkis is Alfred, is he a CGI Alfred?
No. He's a mocap Alfred. Get it right.
Oh, okay, because I'm just checking because Andy Serkis apparently does all his best work in that form. You know, he mocap, you know, all that other shit.
Yeah,
So
he's going to. He's Andy Serkis is going to mocap Andy Serkis as Alfred. That's how it's going to be.
Dude, that'd be cool. I'd
yeah.
We'd be okay with that.
Yeah, Andy Serkis is going to deep fake Andy Serkis, so that's how they're going to do it.
So this obsession with telling a young Batman story, ask yourselves this question, folks. Seriously, this isn't meant to be funny, but what does this movie, what is this going to bring that Batman Begins couldn't? Oh, it's not an origin, but it's Batman early in his career. Okay, if you cut out the first half of Batman Begins, which I think is excellent, you still have a second excellent half that's Batman in his early years. Back then, this was Batman Year One, the movie, essentially. They talked about its inspiration. Are we going back, essentially, and telling the same story? Is this the first Batman movie that's redundant?
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah. Because these are, once again, you're going to confuse the general audience into wondering what this is. Is there going to be a part 2? Are they starting a new Batman series? What's going on? And if this is a one-off, which I think is the way they're going with it, it's going to confuse them. They're going to think there's going to be another one coming in. And when they do another Batman movie, they're going to be like, oh, this is a part 2 to the other one that came out a few years ago. You're just going to confuse the general audience, and it's not going to do you any good, really.
I wish studios would understand that by constantly rebooting your superhero movies and taking for fucking ever to make them, you never, ever get out of your own way. You want to dream about franchises and crossovers and big movies that make $1 trillion. Guess what? I don't really have love for Marvel the way I used to, but in 2008, they started right with Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk, and they built their way to the Avengers. They didn't put 12 movies, and they also didn't jump in the middle of the Hulk's origin, or they were like, you know how Iron Man became Iron Man? Here he is in Serbia. Like, no, they gave you a fucking story, and they built to a point. And that's what I respect about what they did. And it's gone by the wayside, but Batman again as a young man? Who cares? Christian Bale did it. Technically, Michael Keaton's story is this. It's not an origin, but it's the first year of Batman. Alexander Knox is trying to get the story. Vicky Vale's trying to get the picture. The police have a file. What is different about Matt Reeves' Batman, in theory, than the previous Batman 89 and Batman Begins? If you're going to compare those 3 films, you're probably going to get a lot of people that say the new one's lesser. And the only thing I can say with absolute certainty is that costume sucks asshole. Fucking hate it.
Yeah,
it doesn't look great. Definitely doesn't look great.
Yeah,
look, he has to write down all the crimes that happened. He's got pens right there on his wrist. Okay, so
God, and what the bad guy in the new one is the Riddler, even though he looks like fucking 7.
Like 7 years old, or the movie 7?
The movie 7. He looks like fucking Kevin Spacey from 7. Like because he's got like he has that vibe anyways. He's got like this tape on his face and everything that he's supposed to be the Riddler, but I don't know. It doesn't.
Well, it looks like they wanted to do Hush, but then
Yeah.
chicken out at the last minute and decided to do the Riddler. Again, listen, I'm still leaning more towards giving this one a shot, but it's just this like, hey, what's the 2020 something version of Batman? And it's like, okay, well, it's nothing new, it's nothing imaginative. They're just retreading old shit. Only this time it's gonna be Bat-Pat, and with shit in red tint for some reason.
Dion, you don't like red tinted everything?
Oh man, yeah. I just for some reason I just don't like. I can't get on board with it. I don't know what it is.
All red everything. Eva Marie.
Oh, well, not everything's red if you know what I mean, bro.
It's just once again, DC needs to learn how to do a dark movie without actually making it visually fucking dark. That's what they need to learn.
Right.
Because it visually being dark doesn't mean that it's a dark movie. Like, understand it. Like the context, the emotion, the way you portray it, the story will convey that feeling of it being dark as opposed to the actual visual fucking frame being dark. Like it's dumb. They need to learn the difference and they need to stick with it. They did pretty good in Suicide Squad with it being like ultra violent and funny and quirky and things like that. Like that's the route they need to kind of go with, because if they go with the rated R thing and that stuff, I think they'll be okay, because Disney won't do that. They need to kind of stick in their lane and keep doing that thing.
I don't want to be that guy that bitches about everything, but we'll wait and see. If people say, well, we've never had a bad Batman on film, George Clooney. That's the worst. I don't want to say Christian or what's his face, Robert Pattinson's going to be that bad, because it's unfair to call that. But I will say, when Batman's on screen, there's a level of escapism, a level of excitement I feel no matter what Batman I'm watching, minus George Clooney, where I go, wow, Batman, and I want to be like Batman or be Batman. It's a cool thing. Every kid dreams of being Batman at some point. The cape, the costume, the fucking suits of armor, essentially the costume, the car, the cave, all that stuff. You have so much that is Batman and that is cool. And I know Michael Keaton got the same treatment as Robert Pattinson, but Michael Keaton was also, in hindsight, I like all those Michael Keaton movies that people bitch about. Oh, Michael Keaton is going to play Batman? He's not the right guy. I think Beetlejuice is a great movie. The Dream Team's weird. Mr. Mom's good. Michael Keaton had some good shit. I don't like Robert Pattinson movies. And I've watched, what's the one where he's in the back of the car and he looks like Bruce Wayne that everyone went on about?
Neapolis or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I saw that shit when it first came out because people were like, he's not just the Twilight guy. He's just the fucking Twilight guy. And no, it's not. Oh, you have to wait. You have to see. Look, I saw what I saw.
God.
I've seen that guy's films. Prove me wrong. I will be the first person to admit I'm very happy.
We'll see,
Batman.
Also, Multiplicity, Michael Keaton.
Oh God, yeah.
God, such a great
Fucking love that movie.
So good.
I might watch Batman tonight. Oh, did you guys see the Batman 89 comic is out?
No.
Yep.
No, I did not see that.
Okay. Don't buy it. It kind of sucks.
Oh,
that's disappointing.
I know.
Yeah.
It sucked. And Superman 78 was pretty bad too.
Damn, man.
Oh, if I had to say which I would read a second issue of, I would rather read Batman 89 more than finish Superman 78.
What's the problem with Batman in the comic? What's the deal? Did they mess something up? Did they
the movie or something?
Yeah.
Well, first off, weird thing to say, a Batman comic doesn't feature very much Batman. So if you're reading the whole story, I'm sure it'll be better down the road, but it's like a half story. It's not even a full one there. I like what they're doing with Harvey Dent, but what they did is sell you on this world of Batman post 89 between returns, and they do that, but it's, I don't know, they don't capture the spirit well. The artwork is good for the most part, but the actors aren't that on model. Like, they like to sell you, oh, we got Michael Keaton and this and that, and yeah, on the cover it looks like Michael Keaton, and in some pictures it does. But in 1989, we had a much better Batman comic adaptation by the artwork, or with the artwork of Jerry Ordway. And it's kind of hard, and story there too isn't as good. So it's kind of hard to get excited about this comic when it doesn't look as good as the 1989 comic, and it doesn't read as well as other Batman books. So not to be Debbie Downer, Mr. Negative here, but folks, if you have a Batman itch that you need to scratch, I strongly recommend reading the old Batman 89 comic book if you're dying for that. Sorry to break your heart, Dion.
That damn man, yeah, that sucks.
I know, dude. He said Batman 89 comic. I was like, oh shit, I need to call my former local comic emporium and be like, yo, hold these for me. No, I don't.
Now, Headcase Laboratory had sent in a very nice super chat earlier that says CM Punk returned. AEW, 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 hashtag pipe bomb. So guys, it finally fucking happened. Yeah. People have been talking about it for years. CM Punk's going to return. Okay, he's back. He has the Cult of Personality theme song. He looks pretty good. It's weird how it's like he stepped out of the WWE right into this. Dion, since you are the biggest CM Punk mark on the channel, what were your thoughts about his return?
Oh, goddamn.
Easy.
I'm joking. By the way, before you give your answer, you know what I'm going to say to you?
What's that?
Moving forward, every CM Punk piece of whatever entertainment will be judged outside of meeting him.
Okay.
He was a dick, and I didn't like him, and I never want to meet him again. But if he does good shit, I've always given him the benefit of the doubt. I just refuse to buy his merchandise. So I'm taking that out moving forward of all discussions. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I think that's very fair. Like I said, I never was a fan of him personally. And even the way he left the WWE, I wasn't a fan of how he did it. But yeah, no, this Kendo and I previously were joking it'd be hilarious if all this shit them going to Chicago and it's not CM Punk. The chaos that would ensue would be hilarious. But they actually did it. Tony Khan the whole situation. And yeah, he didn't drop a pipe bomb yet. He's cut 2 decent promos so far. But yeah, it's definitely bought my interest so far. Obviously he hasn't wrestled in 7 years, so we'll see where he's at. I don't know if the first person I would have had him wrestle is Darby fucking Allin. But that's kind of, I think, a bit of a waste of a big return. But and then they and again, credit to AEW, they that the call of him coming back from JR, from Tony Schiavone, definitely was closer to the top form of that. So it's fun to see excitement back in pro wrestling, and whether again, I always like the character CM Punk. Like I said, never a big fan of the dude. But I love the pipe bomb in 2011. I did kind of like him going forward. The shit that he and Jeff Hardy did is super underrated. So I'm definitely interested, man. I we'll see how interested I am once this match with Darby Allin happens. But yeah, it does make me excited for the future in terms of established talent. So I will say that it has bought my interest.
Kendo.
So I was never the biggest. I mean, like CM Punk, and when he left, I was like,
Did you leave just like CM Punk?
Hello?
Did you just pull a WrestleMania?
Vince McMahon as well and walked out.
Yep, he's getting his paper sent to him on his wedding.
That was kind of a dick move.
It was that's the most Vince McMahon move ever.
No. It doesn't matter what you think.
Okay, you're back.
You're back.
I'm back.
All right, okay. Now you were saying you got cut off.
Yeah, I had to take a Z-Pack. I'm sorry. No, so I was never the biggest CM Punk fan. I enjoyed his matches. I was sort of rooting for him to beat The Undertaker and beat the streak, only because I had money on the line. But yeah, no, Dion and I were seriously going back and forth about how funny it would be if they just trolled the shit out of people with this whole CM Punk's coming back for the first, AEW Rampage in Chicago, it didn't happen. When it happened, I broke the dinner engagement I had early. I was like, I got to go home. I got to do this thing. I was like, I sent a message earlier in the day, said, hey, download, TNT app to our Roku. I set it all up because I was like, I want to watch it because I either want to see it happen or I want to see it not happen because I want to be able to be there for when it does. And they did it perfectly. They
left again during the Rumble.
In a position.
Perfectly, right, Dion? Perfectly. It's funny, Kendo. We were all excited for you to move, and then
yeah, your internet goes to shit real quick.
To be fair, he has a storm, so it's not like he's
Oh, okay, all right. I didn't. Okay, that makes sense.
Is this thing on?
That's where he went earlier. The power got hit. So
okay, all right, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. We can hear you. We can hear you, buddy. We can hear you.
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, okay, good. Anyway, I thought they did they did the debut perfectly, which for AEW is very difficult because they've done debuts very terribly. I would like to hope that between Punk and Bryan, Punk and Danielson, that maybe, just maybe, they'll have people that have the balls to say, no, that is fucking stupid. To the EVPs in the back there at AEW that just want to have fun and they just want to make things look funny and hokey and dumb. Say, listen, yo, dumb fucks, you look retarded. Stop doing that. Omega, what's with the gesticulate? What's with the prancing around and all that other dumb shit? Stop it. We're a wrestling company. Do wrestling. I hope that happens. Punk is the type of person that would do that. I would like to think Danielson is as well, too, because him and Punk kind of have the same thing. They came up through the Indies, went to Ring of Honor. Danielson did Japan. I have hope now for AEW to finally get their shit together. Although promo thing at the end of Rampage, and it was
like the anticipation is killing me.
I know.
What do you think's going to
happen again?
Yeah.
You're back. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh God! Right in the wheelhouse too, where I had really good points to bring. Essentially, I hope that Punk and Bryan Danielson come in and they can maybe right the ship. Although Tony Khan came out and cut a promo after Rampage the other night that was extremely fucking cringy. He looked like a 14-year-old girl at a My Chemical Romance concert. And it made me go, oh God, no, please. Why do you have a microphone? Stop doing it. You have no social skills. Stop. And I just look, I want AEW to be the thing that it was supposed to be. And I hope that this does it. Or at least gets it on the direction to go in that way.
So the balls in WWE's court, they responded with SummerSlam. And their big gets were the return of Bork Laser, who looks like a fucking onion, and Becky Lynch returns to beat Bianca Belair in 26 seconds. That's how you build a new star, right?
Listen, and I think to Kendo's point, AEW has all the reason to be good now because the fact that WWE's response to Punk going to AEW was this year's SummerSlam is that's the fucking go ahead. That's the ticket, man. Like if you put on a decent wrestling show from this point out, you're in the fucking mix. So the fact that they sacrificed Bianca Belair for a shitty thing with Becky Lynch, and now we get Bork Laser fresh off he's back on cycle to wrestle.
No, I saw a picture of I saw a picture of Bork Laser. It looks like he found peace, serenity, green tea, and yoga
all at once.
Yeah, and veganism as well. He's got his beard and he's got his fucking little.
Well, my thing too is so he's supposed to be a face now. he's supposed to be a good guy when he's been the fucking ass kicker since he came back, and he's not gonna have Paul Heyman now. Like so that's jumbled. We've already know that Brock can't be alone. He can't cut his own promos. And then obviously with Bianca Belair, you had all this momentum with her after WrestleMania, and now you just sacrificed it instead of letting them put on a great match, and then obviously all the shit, and then you had fucking Goldberg trot out there and have apparently the idea was for him to have old man syndrome and fuck his knee up now. So SummerSlam main event picture fucking sucked. And if AEW fucks this up, now they deserve it. They deserve to die off because WWE is giving you a silver platter of, hey, we're shitty right now. Make something of yourself. And if they waste this shit, if they don't go and get Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt now, and don't have great shit with Rusev being there and obviously Kenny Omega now and all this shit, and you waste it on shit like Punk and Darby Allin, then you deserve to fucking fail. You deserve to fail.
Yeah. So yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that. So like Punk debuts on Rampage Friday night. Okay, so we knew Punk was coming. It was the worst kept secret in professional wrestling. Like they hinted at it, hinted. Last night on Dynamite, they even hinted at Bryan Daniels. Punk was doing a promo. The people started doing the yes chants. And then he's like, easy, that's not my shtick. That's somebody else's, but be patient. So clearly, they've got Danielson. They've got him. He's all elite. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, so WWE's response to what happened on Friday night, they're ratcheting up the pressure slightly on the other program was, we have this woman champion that we've been building up for a year. We're going to squash her to Becky Lynch. Granted, Becky's very popular, but they squashed her. That was their response. And then they turn around and their championship, one of their championship matches, because they've got two now, is to have fucking Oldberg, the fucking geriatric, come out there and fight Bobby Lashley, not in a short match, but in like a 10-minute match that ended with a referee stoppage, which means we're going to get another fucking match.
At the third biggest pay-per-view of the fucking year.
Correct. So we're going to get another match. We're going to get a rematch.
That was crazy.
They're going to get a rematch, probably at Sweet Saudi Money 6 or 7, whatever it is now, because for some reason the Middle East is like 30 years behind, and they think Oldberg is still this thing. And so he's probably going to beat Lashley over there in Riyadh, even though they won't say where it's at because of bad PR. And then, you've got Cena versus Reigns. So that's our once in a lifetime, 8 years in the future. And then Brock Lesnar comes out, apparently looking like an onion, as Jeff stated. I thought he looked like a Viking that was on the juice. And that's going to be our next
back on cycle, baby.
Yeah. Vince's solution to all this. Oh, God damn it, man. Oh, they got Punk. Oh, they're probably getting Brock Danielson. Okay, what are we gonna do? Oh, I know. There's a solution. We're gonna squash Bianca. Fuck her in her long hair. Fuck her. She whips her hair back and forth. We're gonna get Becky's gonna win the title. Squash her, and then we got Goldberg. The people chant his name. Goldberg. And then we'll send Brock Lesnar out, and he's gonna confront Roman Reigns. And then we got Roman versus Brock, and it's going to take us to WrestleMania. And then we'll get the Rock back, and the Tribal Chief is going to win. And we get the Rock. We've got the star power. Good shit. Such good shit. That's what they got. Well, that's what they have right now. That's what they have, is the part-time star power to combat what AEW is finally getting right, which is, hey, we're going to get all these WWE stars that aren't WWE stars anymore, and we're going to hopefully use them right, depending on the EVPs. Maybe they'll let them allow. Hey, was that Young Bucks a better tag team than you? Well, most of them are better than you. Oh, you want to super kick them 80 times to go over? Oh, that's fine.
This is after they put so much hype behind Bianca and Sasha Banks when they knew that she wasn't going to be able to wrestle a week ago.
They advertised it the day of.
Yeah.
The day of the fucking
Yeah.
pay-per-view, they're saying Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, women's title match, knowing that Sasha, word on the street is that she got the vid from the Mandalorian set, so blame Disney, folks, that she wasn't going to be there. She wasn't going to be there. Like, the rumor was going on for like a week. Oh, Sasha's sick. She can't be at the pay-per-view. What are they going to do? So, I mean, everybody knew the rumor was that Becky Lynch was coming back. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? So, Becky's going to come back. She's going to challenge Charlotte. Charlotte's been talking about her because the fans keep chanting Becky. And, you know, what do we get? We got a fucking squash match.
Yeah, if AEW can't steal some shine, yeah. If AEW can't steal some shine from this fucking company, they deserve to fucking go under because WWE's giving it to you right now. They're giving you everything right now.
Yeah, no.
I just wanted to share this photo of John Cena loving Cena getting beaten up. Anyway, go ahead, Kendo.
No, I was going to build off what Dion said. Dude, WWE had the ball. They fucking fired up a 3. They bricked it hard with like 10 seconds left, only up by 1. It's completely up to AEW to fucking sink it and win this at this point. And they have the pieces to do it with, but will they get it right? That's the question. Because
when is AEW's WrestleMania equivalent?
All Out.
Is that All Out? Is that the one that's coming up in a couple weeks?
I want to say, yeah.
Because we'll say the one thing I do like about AEW is they're sticking to the old formula of like 4 pay-per-views a year. I do like that. I don't like we have a pay-per-view every month. That's the thing. It's like it's not really a pay-per-view when you're giving away on your streaming service for $5. Okay. And it stopped being a big event when you went to 12 of them. So you're building 3 weeks to a pay-per-view. AEW does do that right in that they've got All Out, which I believe is coming up in a couple weeks. Then they've got
the 5th of September,
which is in November. I mean, I'm in a situation now where I'm more than willing to buy All Out. If you guys want to come over and watch, that's great. I'll do it. I don't mind spending the $50 if AEW is going to give me something I want. Granted, up to this point, I haven't done that yet because I haven't been either in a spot where I could order the pay-per-view or want to pay for the pay-per-view. I want to see what they do. So far, right now, they've got some matches that might be entertaining. But at the same time, you brought back you got CM Punk, who has been gone for 7 years. Everybody that is a wrestling fan has pretty much wanted Punk back. He won his little odyssey of getting beat up in cage matches, which made him like 0-2. But due to some failed performance-enhancing drugs test, he's now 0-1-1 or something like that. Hang your hand on however you want. But he's back, and you've got him fighting Darby Allin, whose big thing is that he's a punker, and he likes to fall off shit and get hurt for fun. It's like, I personally think Darby Allin's semi-entertaining, but I don't get his get.
I wouldn't have had that be his first fucking match. I would have. No, that was so stupid. And I like Darby Allin for being the lovable little fuck up, but in the whole little coffin. Exactly. Yeah, the coffin dive thing is whatever, but for his first match to be Darby Allin is just. Like, at some point, you got to be like, listen, dude, we got to sell tickets here, and nobody's paying to see you wrestle fucking Darby Allin.
So I'll be that.
They take the form of – they take this former main event star that the summer of Punk, 434 days as champion, all this stuff, leaves because he's pissed at WWE, comes back to wrestling, and they look, here's what we're going to do. You're going to come back, but before you come back, we're going to have Darby Allin because he got Sting with him, right? He's a big Sting. 62 years old, next fucked. That's not the point. He's Sting. And we're going to have him challenge you, and you're going to accept the challenge when you debut. It's
in the fucking rafters. I'm like,
yeah. They go to the rafters, and they're Sting and Darby. It's like I said, Tony Khan is his own worst fucking enemy. The guy has a fucking blank checkbook to write the checks all he wants. But he's trying so fucking hard to clone the Death Row's WCW that I'm like, dude, you're doing this much right, but you're doing this much wrong. If you want to compete, you got to do things slightly differently.
Not to be an AEW mark, but I'm really excited for their video game. That's something I'll buy.
I am too.
I'm
excited
look.
for it.
I had my buddy send me a message that said, "Hey, do you watch AEW? Their video game trailer looks great." And my response was, "Well, they spent $40 million on it. I hope it looked good."
I'm looking forward to going to AEW. I have tickets, so I'll be there on the 8th. Oh shit! I'm going to the post All Out show.
Yeah,
cool. I got tickets to the after show. All right.
Nice.
I didn't even realize that.
I was going to buy tickets.
That'd be
I was
fun.
going to buy tickets to Full Gear when it was in St. Louis, but I'm not in St. Louis anymore. So,
dude, hey Dion, to make it worse, these are floor seats. Like I think I'm in like the 6th row behind the announcer.
Nice.
I'm gonna be looking for your big ass.
Yeah. Look for Phil and Dan. They're bigger than me these days, so they're there.
That is true in width size.
Yeah.
I want the AEW game.
Remember to bring Phil some candy.
So let him drink root beer.
Drink any root beer. Hey. He has a trouble. He's trouble. He cannot handle eating that much candy. Look, I want the AEW game for one reason. I want to do the creator wrestler mode. I want to make the 4 of us, and I want to have us in a match where it's a 8-man tag match, and that every match we beat the shit out of Kenny Olivier, the dumb fucks, and a wrestler to be named later.
That sounds awesome. If we could screen capture that and just record it, that'd be great.
I have access to Twitch now, so it'll happen.
We need to record it and then put it in our own fucking like commentary.
Yeah. Every night it's like Twitch stream, an 8-man tag match. The world class bullshitters just beat the shit out of Twinkle Toes and the dumb fucks.
It's just I was on Mike's going, that's all it is.
We'll start a faction like that. I'm trying to pull up a video our buddy Jeff the Iron Wolf made me in his 2K19 game and has me as part of his universe mode. So
awesome.
Nice.
And then a couple years back, one of our listeners was playing Fire Pro Wrestling and made a World Class Bullshitters Arena. Remember?
Oh, nice.
No, I forgot about that.
I saved those images on my other computer. I'll pull them up for you. I was trying to find the video from Jeff the Iron Wolf, but folks, if you guys are interested, we'll have that on Twitch when the game comes out. We'll do all the fun stuff.
I mean, they probably shouldn't have done a game in their first few years of doing this. I personally think that's not a good idea, but hopefully it works out.
Did you hear?
Red.
Yeah. Well, Tony Khan's dad is a fucking super billionaire, and they went to the company that made all the great WWF games. So, like, they're throwing money at all the right people. We'll just see if the projects come out good.
I mean, no, that's fine, but I mean, it's still early. It's still early in what they're doing. I personally think it's a little too early for them to make a video game. Maybe like 10 years in, they make a video game, not like a few years in. Like you need to wait a little longer to establish that.
It's going to be balls to the wall
we'll
crazy.
see.
I can be Chris Jericho and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out. But I just, it's just you gotta hope that Tony Khan listens to the fucking professionals on what to do here, because you've got nothing but runway. You've got all the runway in the fucking 100%. World.
Yeah,
just get the plane off the fucking ground. Don't be doing any crazy shit. And I guess because All Out's always is in Vegas still, right? So it's. You cannot get caught up in, like Kendall said, the fucking death throes of WCW shit. Put the fucking kibosh on Big Show wanting to wrestle all the goddamn time. You can't wrestle all the time, dude. You're not that guy. You're not putting asses in seats. Make sure you're using your vets, but you're not putting your vets over the younger talent, and put the matches on that people want to fucking see. Eventually, stop doing all this bullshit with Miro. Have this motherfucker kick some ass as the TNT goddamn champion legitimately, and put on good matches that people want to see. Knock all this bullshit off with all the gimmicky shit. I don't know what it is. Get Matt Hardy to stop doing this goddamn big money match shit. It's incredibly fucking annoying.
It's very,
and you wasted the Matt Hardy Christian thing. You didn't do really what you should have done. Play in your own court for right now. Become the big fish in the little pond, and then try to move on. Don't be trying to bite off more than you can fucking chew. And stop doing this shit. I'm cool with it being done it all out. But after this random Darby Allin match. You gotta tell Punk, listen, we're fucking trying to sell tickets. We're trying to make some money here. So while you can wrestle these dudes, and I think he said he's doing only like 4 matches a year or some shit or whatever the fuck it is, we're not gonna waste it on Darby Allin's. I know you want to wrestle Jungle Boy and shit, but you can't do all that. Exactly.
He's dead.
That'll put
that's too sad.
Here's the thing that AEW needs to do. Here's what AEW needs to do. Stop trying to throw shade at WWE every chance you get.
Yes.
You're not WCW.
Yeah.
WCW did it. They used to make fun of WWE when they were winning. And then the tide turned and they weren't winning anymore. And then Vince Russo started booking and shit, as it was described by Mr. Chavone on one of his podcasts, became a coffin on roller skates. You don't want to become that. Stop going on national TV and trying to make fun of your competition who does not see you as competition, because until you start beating them and their flagship shows, you are not competition. Stop it.
Yeah.
Be your own thing.
I don't care about what the ratings of Dynamite and NXT are. No one fucking cares about that.
Nope.
You need to become the big fish in the little pond right now. Focus on that shit.
Yes, you need to own Friday night. If your 1 hour show can start beating SmackDown on a national broadcast flagship station, then you can start, start throwing rocks. Until then, stop treating everything you do as a shot across the bow to WWE, because they're the big ship that's sailing off on the horizon that is not even concerned with you. Because Punk and his debut little thing, he took 2 shots at WWE. One was okay because it made sense. The other one, it was like, not even right now. It's like, you had your little Wednesday Night War when it was their third brand versus your top brand.
Right.
And you beat them. Congratulations. It'd be like if the Yankees beat, the best team in AA. Great. Good for you. You beat a bunch of guys that do this full time that aren't that good. So keep it in perspective. Stop trying to rip on WWE every time you're on TV, because Vince probably doesn't care. Punch him in the nose on Monday nights. That's when he'll care.
There you go. So let's check up with the audience for the last time tonight, folks. We've been running a little long, but we've been having a fun show. So we have a few more super chats, and then we're going to put this baby to bed. So Dixon Cider says, ordered a horse dong and a funnel cake at any flavor and get a 16 ounce of jungle juice for free.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm down.
Is that the standard package at the 18 plus anime con that you're going to?
No, that's when you go to P-Way, which is the Golden Shower version of Speedway.
Okay.
You can have it your way anytime. Andrew Clark says, thoughts on MLP, My Little Pony Going Woke. Movie next month where ponies are now segregated and racist. They need help and only activist ponies can help. It's real.
Wait, what? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Andrew Clark sent in the super chat. He's here every week, so he's not
ponies. They're ponies. It's cartoons. It's a fantasy land. Like how? God damn it. I don't know.
So, also, Technical Chet, thank you very much for everything tonight. He says, Jeff, I enjoy your content. Your voice is perfect for broadcasting, and you have this built-in ability to say what you want and say it beautifully and professionally. I'm sorry about what happened in Las Vegas. I was disappointed. I was too, Technical Chet. I was very disappointed, but you guys can go back and listen to the High Council last week. There's a full retelling of what happened. There were witnesses. There were all this other shit. It's done. I don't have anything else to add. I don't need to try to get in a last word or throw in a dig at anybody, because you know what? We're above that shit. So we just keep moving on. Andrew Clark, again, thank you very much. He says, EFAP favorite Batman movie, Batman and Robin. I got a great idea. We will EFAP Batman and Robin. We'll start at the credits. And we'll EFAP each person. We'll IMDb each person who worked on the film, and we'll go give them a negative rating. That's what we'll do.
I just remembered I got something to do that I won't be available.
We didn't even give you the name, man. We didn't even give you
You're coming. You'll be there on day
I'm
one.
missing all those days.
I'm gonna kick your ass later.
It's fine. I'm still busy.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, here I am thinking it's because my phone is on data and not Wi-Fi. But no, it was Robo Kendo. Dead or alive, your internet's going with him.
Look, in my defense, I have better internet now because I had to move 1,200 miles to get it. But I cannot predict storms on a plateau. Look, it's not me. I had nothing to do with it.
That's
well,
fair.
I mean, you are you on a reservation, so I think that's a problem.
Easy. Don't be mad because they're the real ones and you're not.
Hey, blame Chris Columbus, goddammit. Not me.
Hey, he was just a man with a boat.
He made Mrs. Doubtfire. Show some goddamn respect.
Yeah, don't be a dick, Nick.
We'll watch Bachelor Party.
Enjoy your brand new internet that doesn't work, Kendo.
Listen.
Snap!
Every night until today. And
yeah,
because
conveniently.
There's a thunderstorm outside. I did not predict it. Look, my weather app said it was going to be partly cloudy skies. I'm driving home. I'm like, these do not look like partly cloudy skies.
Maybe here's the problem. Maybe you don't need to be on the reservation. You know, maybe that's a problem, Kendo.
You know, why do you keep bringing that up? Why do you keep?
I'm just saying. Quit selling blankets, buddy. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like there's some jealousy coming from you, the pretenders.
I'm just trying to make sure you get out alive, man. I don't want your skull ending up as a coffee cup. Okay.
That's not going to happen.
Sounds delicious.
They like me here.
Until they can't get Netflix anymore, and then they're gonna kick you out.
Hey, I only use Netflix to watch Breaking Bad, which I will gladly report that for the third time of asking, I finally got through it all. And yeah, I'm a popular person around these parts.
I'm sure you are.
Good for you, man.
Hey, look, the green and the red chili burritos are both excellent.
From Hardee's?
No, from Speedway.
Oh my God.
Look, I would never eat from Speedway. Dion and I, we've learned the hard way.
Yes, that was a drug excursion.
Apparently, these Speedways are different because they have been delicious both times. And Jeff, it's not Hardee's around here anymore. It's now Carl's Jr.
Oh, around here it's also Carl's Jr. I just don't eat there.
I know the paradigm of my life has changed.
Okay. All right.
So let's read Adam Walford's generous super chat. Adam says, so on the last Action Hero Golden Ticket, which character from any movie, live action or animated, would it be? But Dion, we all know who he'd pick, Sigourney Weaver. That's right. I guess if we have the magic golden ticket and we can bang a movie character, which is what he's asking, Dion, Kendo, who you banging from a movie? I'm going to go to you, Kendo, or Nick, so get prepared.
Okay. All right. I got to look up some names, see what's going on here.
No, I'm good. I'm going to take Anne Hathaway before she got weird.
All right.
From the Princess Diaries.
Okay. I saw that movie for the first time.
Poor bastard.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Jennifer Connelly from The Rocketeer.
Oh, that's a good choice. Ooh, that's a good one. That's like
an all-time great.
No, that is one. Yeah, that's a good movie. And also, she's pretty hot in it too.
That or Career Opportunities. One of the two. It's gonna be Jennifer Connelly. Nick,
Scarlett Johansson, Iron Man 2.
Yeah, you know what? We have a button for that here. Did you know that, Nick?
What
did you? Because every time you wanted to see that, we could just press it, and here she is.
Oh my.
Dion knows my story of Iron Man 2, Scarlett Johansson. Dion, remember how everyone was freaking out? Iron Man's back! Marvel! Let's go to 7-Eleven and get those slushies. And everyone got these fucking Iron Man cups, and I'm the only dude that wanted Black Widow.
Yep.
I saved that cup. She was.
And we watched a bootleg version in your dorm room.
Yep, on Monday, and we saw it in theaters on Friday. Folks, that was dedication.
Yes, sir. That's right. We was in it. We was in that fight.
Nick, can I give an honorable mention from the both of us for Lindsay Lohan from the Herbie era when she was like 8, not coked up and fucked up.
Yeah. She was
still a
never.
redhead with freckles.
And when she was still redheaded, she's got the freckles. She was still a true ginger, if you will. And then she started dating Fez and doing coke and went blonde. It was just not the same.
Yeah, dyeing your hair is definitely what makes you an asshole. By the way, I think I don't need a golden ticket. I just need a time machine because whatever era you get Selma Hayek from, you're kind of a winner.
That's
Dude,
yeah,
oh
that's
my
an
God.
accurate statement, dude.
You're winning no matter which version you pick. You're winning.
Look, if I have to trade places with an old rich French guy, I will, but I don't want to.
Oh my God.
Dude, you go all the way back to From Dusk Till Dawn, Salma Hayek.
Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn, Desperado, Selma. Oh my goodness.
What a good way to. You know what? We're going to end our show on Thirst Fest every week, folks.
Yeah. Ask your questions.
We'll drink.
You got a unanimous vote from all four of us. We would all bang Selma Hayek any era.
Well, we just each go to a certain era, and then we become Eskimo bros. It's like, hey, Dion, I heard in 1992 you and Salma got it on. Well, Jeff, it's 2005.
Damn right.
Head Case Laboratory.
I'm sorry, I missed the whole thing. What happened?
What?
We're time traveling to marry Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Head Case Laboratory says comics freaks made gay woke Superman and Nightwing. We had discussed that earlier about how Superman is this, the Jewish superhero, the Moses allegory, all this stuff. And somebody had sent in, I believe it was Modalicious, sent in a super chat that says it was messed up the way they did it. And the Nightwing thing was stupid. I gotta ask, what's the purpose? You're going to turn off people from buying these characters, from buying their merchandise, and then you're going to call them a bigoted homophobe, and then they're really going to stop. Why don't you stop fucking with people's characters or fucking with characters that are established? We'll say it every week until it stops, but we'll say it every week because it's never going to stop. So that was it. That's all she wrote for this week, folks. Nick, is there anything you'd like to say to the audience before we go?
I will be at Dragon Con Liberty Weekend and also at Horror Hound Weekend with these people. So yeah, can't wait for it to happen.
Kendo, is there anything you'd like to say?
Eat pussy.
Dion?
All right. Free Selma Hayek.
Oh yeah. Ooh, Monica Bellucci. Yeah, I forgot about.
Yes.
God damn it.
Dude.
I think I'm going to place her.
Aren't great, but she's the best part of all of them.
Yeah, I might put her above Selma Hayek. No.
Listen, that's 1A and 1B. Either way you look at it, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. You and me on the same goddamn page.
All right,
brother.
all right. If it's 1A, 1B, that's fine then. That's fine.
Yeah. Dion, everyone said what they wanted to say. Should we show the Spider-Man trailer again?
Goddamn right.
If I were a rich man, yagga digga 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 dum. All day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man. Oi!
There we go. When making movies seemed fun.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
When making movies wasn't all about money and actually making a movie.
Yeah, you had some good results. So, folks, thank you for watching. We've had a fun week. We'll be back next week with episode 280. We'll do something extra special for that. And I'm working on reformulating Tuesday's show, so be on the lookout for all those fun changes. But from all of us here on the channel, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.